you might have noticed the title is that we're going to be making a trailer. I usually record my stream, but I'm not going to record it today because we'll probably be recording scenes for our trailer instead. So I'll probably, because I always record my stream, the reason is so I can upload it as a VOD on YouTube after. I'll still do that, but I'll just use the stream VOD highlight instead of a recording to do that. Because yes, we will most definitely be doing like some video recordings today for a trailer, because we've got less than 24 hours, guys. Let me get the Pitch the Game website up actually. Oh my goodness. Tetsu Bros, thank you so much for that sub.
I put for sexy and dyslexic.
Points, guys, can you believe that? Can you believe that there's people subbed to me for that long? I appreciate that. That is so awesome of you, Tetsu. Let's have some hype in chat. I also got an emote from that, so thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let's get the hype in chat. How have you been, Tetsu, though? Hope everything's all good on your end. Alright, so I'm going to just get the website up. I've just realised I haven't got it up yet. I was talking about this last week, guys, and it's a special thing for game devs. To sum it up, what it is a hashtag, but a really good hashtag one that only runs on a certain day of the month, and it's a chance to spread the word on your game. So if you're game dev guys, this is something to know about. And tomorrow happens to be the day of the month where it's, so it's less than 24 hours. We haven't even started the trailer yet. This trailer would be something I'd want to do anyway, because we are working on the first playable build, and I think having a sort of teaser trailer for each of the playable builds we release will be pretty cool anyway. And I'll put them on the YouTube as well. Can't go wrong with having more stuff to show off of our game, because we don't even officially have a gameplay trailer yet, not a proper one. So I think it's a good time to do that, especially as we've just finished the map improvements as well. Yeah, Steno got a symbol, an emote as well. It looks like a symbol though. Badfoot, how are you? Oh no, Badfoot. I hope you can walk though. Sillyfoot. And thanks for all the hype, everybody, as well, for Tetsu's sub. Special 32-month sub. Right, so I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm nervous because I'm not prepared at all. That is why I didn't do screenshot Saturday this week either, because I was trying to get the map and cutscenes implemented for this video, because otherwise if that distracted me, even less chance of getting this one done. And I feel this one's a bit more important than just one missed screenshot Saturday. So I've got a plan here, guys. There's a few changes to what the overall plan is for the trailer. I've kind of made it a little bit more detailed now. I've thought that the first half of the trailer could show off the fact it's a community focused RPG, and show some images of the poles with an appropriate scene where that pole was implemented, if that makes sense. So the pole with the fruits, show the fruits. The pole with Carol's companion votes, show them. To kind of show that that's how we do it. And I posted something similar to that in our other trailer a couple of weeks ago, the main one, the main trailer channel, where I'm in it. But it was only there for 2 seconds, so it would be cool to expand on that bit. And also the second half would probably talk more about what's actually going to be in the first playable build, and the main features that we've introduced so far, I guess, with a clip to accompany each one. So the bits where it's got text is sort of how trailers have a big title and then it shows the clip, then the text comes up again. So in that kind of a format, because I watched a few trailers for inspiration. Also, there's construction going on today, guys. I must be some kind of superhero, because most people, if they had the construction work I hear every day, they'd have broken their computer in frustration by now. I must have the patience of a saint, I tell you. Hi Vandalay, how are you doing? It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good Monday, Van, and hope work's treating you well. Right, guys, so yes, this is what we're going to follow. The bits I've made white are the scenes I've actually already implemented. I haven't taken a recording of them yet, but they're in the game. So, and the ones that I've put a strike through are because I've already taken the video for that. Because we're going to just use the normal video we did ages ago and put in the scene discussion channel for the flashback, because that doesn't have the improved map on it anyway, so it's fine to use our old clips for that one, which are here, by the way, guys, in the scene discussion channel. I hope they're still working, but I've still got video anyway. So that's why they've got a line through them, because they're done already. So I think it'd be a really cool thing if today we do test play, do some recordings. I'll have to obviously not be on cam while doing that and get it in full screen. Temporarily, of course, and then I'll bring the cam back when we're finished. I don't care about talking through it, because I can just get rid of the sound after for the video anyway when I add it to Premiere Pro. But of course it needs to be full screen. We don't want me in it. Oh, it's been a crazy Monday morning. I wake up to people asking for everything under the sun. How dare they? You'd think they'd be a bit kinder on a Monday and be like, yeah, everybody's tired, let's have a nice quiet day today. You'd think they would, wouldn't you? If I was a boss, that's what I'd do. I'd be like, Monday's the day we sleep. Well, not sleep, but you know, just relax. Okay. Right. So yeah, guys, of course, I don't know if you can see the text clearly. I hope you can. I hope it's big enough. Feel free to give some feedback if there's any wording that you think could sound even better with any of these text title lines. Feel free to say, because we want this trailer to be freaking cool. We want to grab attention. So yeah, first half, I'm gonna just make a note in bracket just so we know. First, we'll zoom in a little bit, I think. I don't think that'll hurt. Because I think we're in agreement from what a lot of you said last week. The community, the fact it's community driven is the appeal more than the actual game itself, which of course we want the game to be good as well, but the community thing is really such a unique thing that no other game out there really does, I believe. So I think it's pretty clear that is the standout point, but we still want to show off gameplay and features. But I thought, yeah, let's make the community thing the first half attention grabber, and then go into what's going to be in the first playable build after. Focus on the features. Version 1.0 will include which, yes, a fluid custom hero creator. That is something that's most definitely going to be in our first build, because that was the first thing we ever did. Of course, it wasn't that fluid in the first version, but since we've included some extra things now that allow your hero to be more flexible in terms of what they identify as. It's definitely fluid now. I mean, it's not the most advanced character creator in the whole wide world, because there's only so far I can go before it gets too much with how much work I'd have to do with a custom hero. But I think it's a pretty decent one for the sort of game we've got for a 2D RPG. Hi Sorter, how you doing? It's good to see you. How is your weekend, Sorter? Hope you're doing okay. It's utterly nuts, and someone is wondering why I'm not doing a certain thing on Sundays. What certain thing is this? I think it's a balance of both. The game is going to be awesome. Yeah, I think it is. And because the trailer that was released a few weeks ago, the main channel trailer, the one where I'm talking in, that is very focused on the project and community aspect itself, and me as a creator. And this trailer's going to be different to that, because what's the point in creating the same thing twice, you know? This one's definitely going to be more focused on the game. It's not going to be about me or the project, it's going to be about the game. But it will mention that it's community driven and show the scenes accompanying the poll results. I thought that'd be something cool, like do that at the start and then go into our main features. So yeah, it's going to contain main quest 1 and 2. That's the plan for what the first playable build is going to have in it, because we've done those ones now. Well, we're sort of finalising main quest 2, and main quest 3 won't be in the first playable build. That'll be content we'll have for a later build that we'll add, because that's what I'm intending to do, guys. Like, throughout episode 1's development, I'll regularly release these playable build versions as we add more to the episode. So who knows, we might have a dozen or so playable builds released by the time we're happy with releasing it officially. And this will be the first, so it'll be very basic compared to what it'll be at the end, because it's only going to have main quest 1 and 2 in it. But I definitely see the whole episode 1 in general having at least 4 main quests in it. Chunky main quests, of course, they're not short, and also a handful of side quests at the minimum. I'm more about the quality over the quantity. And I imagine it'd be several hours playtime at minimum as well. So, you know, it's episodic, but still, you know, worthwhile playtime. And so, yeah, the hero custom create will be with that. And also, we've already started showing off how you can treat NPCs however you want with consequences. We had that with the pushing Fiona in a lake scene from the first main quest, so that is definitely something to show off, I think, in the trailer as a feature that we have, because I think that's pretty neat that we do that. And we haven't really explored that much with other NPCs yet, because we haven't really got any really loads in it yet. We've got the fruits, of course, and we know there'll be consequences with them too. And the start of the Blossom Romance show dialogue flirty with, well, show flirty dialogue, I think that's meant to be first. Show flirty dialogue with Hero and Carol, and then, because we have a pretty good particular part where there is a little bit of flirting going on just before the flashback scene. So we can use that as a clip and then say which will be one of many future potential romance options. Because, yeah, we've only really started the romance with Carol right now. She's really kind of the only romanceable option we've considered so far in the game. Fiona wouldn't be romanceable because she's a kid. Rose, I'm still not sure about myself if I'm going to be romanceable yet or not. I'm like this at the moment. So Carol is a cert, and we'll be gradually introducing others as they join the game, I'm sure. And yeah, so I think that would be maybe a minute and a half or so, and I think that's about the length we want to look to. We don't want to make it too long. So, I mean, Twitter only allows 2 minutes max anyway. So, and I've even put here coming late 2020 for the first playable build now as well. So, I don't have a month yet because I don't want to be too rigid in when it's going to be released, but late 2020 I think is fair. Because it was originally going to be more the summer, this first playable build, but I think it was being way too a little bit. I wasn't really realising how much work goes into perfecting something before it's ready for release, and especially with the recent map improvements I've done, it's going to take a bit of extra time. But oh my gosh, I'll admit it though, I was doing play testing on our new map yesterday, and it's an absolute breath of fresh air compared to how it was before. Just the event organisation and doing cutscenes and all on the map. It's just, I played the old version, the old project file, because I'm kind of switching between them both to get these scenes for the trailer. And the first version is so blooming clunky compared to the new one. So I'm very happy I've made that decision. It's going to be much more of a pleasure to play the game in the new version. Way more. I think I'll become a downpour today. Oh my goodness, 23 until you're downpour. Wow. That's when you start getting badass, when you become a downpour. That's definitely a badass name. And you was too lazy the weekend? Well, laziness is what the weekend's for. Weekend is for laziness. So, all good with me. You're one step closer. And I've reorganised our Trello page as well. Mentioning that now because I've added a pumpkin for October for our and I've kind of done a whole end now to the end of the year plan on Trello, I guess. Some of the stuff that was done before I've brought over back to things that need to be done, because at the moment we're at this part where we're kind of tidying up and making sure everything's smoothed over. So I've brought back this where it says do quest icons and markers, because I want to make sure they're perfectly working, even better than they did before. Now we've got the new map, and I've also brought back the battle mechanics for the Everbloom Forest enemies, because there was a little bit of discussion we had last stream about that, like aggro and fixed paths and all those kind of things as well. And also I want to make sure that they're working very good as well, because it's been several months since we've tested those enemies and how they are in battle. But when it comes to the battle mechanics, a lot of what we've got to do is battle mechanic related. It's going to be the last thing I do. I want to focus on cutscenes first. So the goal, once this trailer's out of the way, the goal will be smoothing over the first main quest and second main quest scenes. So I brought back main quest 1 as well. That was originally undone, but I've brought it back now because the cabin scene in particular with Rose and Fiona, I want to redo the interior, make it even better than it was before. And of course it needs to be implemented again as well, because we've got with the new map. I'll be doing interiors a little bit differently to how I did them before in the old project file. Because I think we have to do those in tiled as well. I think with tiled you have to use it at all times. You can't do some in the RPG Maker editor and some not. You have to do it untiled. So the interiors all have to be redone, the inn and the cabin. So yes, it'll be about really perfecting those scenes. I want to make sure that they're not clunky, they're smooth and completely bug free and just polished as much as possible. And once I'm happy with how those scenes work and it's all super good, I'll be adding the quest icons and markers then. And of course, so you know, guys, quest icons and markers will be able to be turned off in the options menu as well. So that's another thing to do, the options menu. So you guys will be able to turn off and on what you don't want showing. And once all that's done, that will be when I start re-implementing the battle. I'll be adding the enemies to the maps, and we'll be tidying up the battle mechanics, and that will be the point where we'll be thinking about the release once all that's done. And I've got it as late 2020 because it's going to take probably all of September to perfect the scenes, because we've got to implement Carol's flashback scene as well. We've got to do the tiled version of that. It won't be as time consuming as the Everbloom Forest one was though, because it's only one single map, so it'll be a lot easier. And we don't even have to worry about collisions with that, because it's a flashback scene, not where the player actually is walking. And then I'm seeing October might be the month for going back to the battles. But in between doing all that, I do want to discuss new content, which is why I got that down for September, October, November as well, because I think that'll be a good way to just break things up, because I wouldn't enjoy constantly just polishing and tidying up every single stream, because it could get a bit monotonous and samey. And sometimes you need that creativity brainstorm session to just reinvigorate yourself, if that makes sense. So I'm very much for having several brainstorming streams in the fall where we discuss these particular listed things here. But that will be just discussion, it won't be implementation. The actual adding of the new content won't be until the end of the year, like winter time, because the discussion's the hardest part, getting all that planned, brainstormed, knowing what's going to happen in the scenes and preparing the dialogue and all that kind of thing is really what takes a lot of time. So the actual adding of the content will be when we do the mapping for the cave, for example, which will be like main quest 3 or 4. Probably main quest 3, because they're pretty long at main quest, but I'd say part of the cave will be where main quest 4 starts as well. I have to say, because we don't have a clue yet. That will be what the discussion streams are for. Is this second game project? Hi, what one chubby panda? What do you mean second game? It's a first game. But I might have misunderstood your question. Hi GTA, how you doing? Look at that cute goose and that cute, is that a cute onion head? Or is it a peach? Because it's cute, whatever it is. Right, so yeah, I thought I'd just run through what the sort of plans are now. But again, I did put the link in the chat, guys, to our Trello page. It's !Trello if you missed it. If you want to have an eye on what the plans are, because we've got from now till the end of the year a rough guide of what it is we're going to be doing. And I think if we can keep on track with this, I'll be pretty happy if by December we're like literally implementing the things we've discussed and are very excited about them, and they're awesome, and we've got good ideas and plans, and that main quest 1 and 2 are 100% complete and frigging awesome, including all the battles and the boss. So that'll be fun. Okay, so I remember you're making a game about making a 2D RPG game months ago. I thought this is second game. Yeah, I'm making a 2D RPG, but there's no second game, guys. Like, please don't think this will be over anytime soon. Like, it can be a misunderstanding. It's no game jam, and it's nothing that's going to be finished. Yeah, this is a lifetime project, guys. It's no walk in the park, and there's not going to be a second game for a lot until this is finished. Which, like I say, probably, it's not on the cards. And let's be real here. If anybody here wants to make an RPG or is thinking about it, you gotta be prepared for a real ride, a real adventure as a dev, because it's not going to be possible to make a game of that genre in a short space of time, because it's friggin' RPGs, man. RPGs, they're probably the worst one to jump into if you want to do something quick. 15 years of development, very possible. Very possible. I kind of see it as a 10-year development cycle, but it could be longer than that, you know, because we don't know what's around the corner. We don't know how it'll take off and how ambitious we get. But that's kind of how I see it right now. And you guys need to know that. I want to train you guys. Train you as if you're my dogs. How bad is that? I'm the worst streamer. I fell in love with this emote. It's so adorable. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I like the ones where where they're wrapped up in blankets. I've got one as well. I've got berries though. I think those blanket emotes are probably some of my faves. I really like that you're going for it though. Easy to give up, right? Yeah. I mean, it depends what your priorities are in your life, right? Like for me, if I wasn't doing this, I'd have no life. Like, this is sort of what I live for. It's not easy for everybody to commit to, because other people have other priorities. Like, they might have a family, they might have kids, they might have another job, they might have other hobbies that they put higher as a priority as well. And if that's like your situation, it's going to be realistically, it's going to be very tough to do something of this scope consistently. But me, I honestly, the people I have in my life are very supportive of this. I don't have any worries that I'm going to have to give up, because, so it's I'm lucky. I say that, but I live like a complete hobo at the same time. So some people might feel sorry for me because they think, well, you got no money, because I live on a very small amount a month. But I don't care. I'd rather do what I love, and that's the main thing. I mean, yeah, we all have to pay the bills. I know I will myself eventually, but I'm not thinking too far ahead at this time. You should do what makes you happy, for sure. And now they're looking at it all wrong, you're engrossed in something you love. That's awesome, yeah. Because if I wasn't doing this, folks, I'd be sitting at my desk with nothing else to do. And I can't live like that. I have to do something. So, it makes sense to do this, right? Everybody needs something in their life to keep them going. That's what I say. There's people out there I know who do nothing except sit on the sofa all day. And I think, how can you do that? Because, oh my goodness, I would hate that to be like 70. And I've looked back on all my years and think, oh, all I did was sit on the sofa and watch trash TV. I didn't do anything with my hobbies or didn't have any goals. So the fact I have this, like, I would be happy to, in another decade, to look back and think I did this. That would be cool. And exactly, otherwise we'd have to spend her day chatting to me, so Rose, give her more work to do. Yeah. Hi, I'm new to the stream. Can you tell me what Raindrop Chronicles is about? It looks interesting. Hi, Crafty King. Well, it's always good to meet new people, and especially people who are interested. So thanks for stopping by, and I'm happy to answer any questions. We have an FAQ page on the website. It's one of the first things you'll see when we scroll down. Thank you so much, Azriel, for the command. That is definitely what you need to check out, our website, Crafty. We have a FAQ on that, and I think every question that's been asked me, the common ones anyway, are on there. So feel free to take a peek. But if you've got any more to say after that, feel free to mention. Welcome to the stream. I take it you're an RPG fan. A lot of people who come here appreciate and love the RPGs just like me. But it's okay if you don't either. If RPGs aren't your thing and you only come here because you like my accent, that's okay too. Do you have coders in your project? I'm a solo developer, so I do everything myself. The community, yes, it's branded as a community-made RPG, but that's in regards to ideas and story and the general shaping of how the game's going to go, not the actual development. I have a trailer as well, guys. I have a trailer on the main Twitch page and on the YouTube and on my pinned tweet on Twitter, so that could be quite insightful as well, to give you guys a little bit of an idea about how the project works. I feel nowadays we've got much more things to show off about how it all works here in the stream. In the early days, I'd usually spend an hour telling people what it actually was, but now got a lot to show off to you all. Hi Antine, how are you doing? It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. Ignore all the typos, but wow. Is it just you work again? Yeah, that's a question on the FAQ, guys, because that's a common one. I'm a solo developer. I'm a solo developer, guys. But, you know, just because someone's a solo developer doesn't mean they're going to be the only name on the credits page. The credits page of Raindrop Chronicles is going to be enormous, because we've had so many awesome community people get involved. Resources that we use, loads of talented people have made things possible for us to use in the game, and will continue to do so for us, so that is crazy cool. And my dream game is a Total War-like strategy game with Lego graphics and for Android. Then I won't get bored when I'm outside. Yeah, that's one thing about mobile games. When you're outside, you can play them. You can't do that with PC games. If only. Maybe in the future. Maybe in the future we can have like a vision of our PC, virtual reality, and we'll be able to play PC games outside. What is point about outside? Oh my goodness. Crafty King, are you the first person ever to come into our stream that likes the outdoors? No shame. Everybody's allowed their hobbies and to like what they want to like. But yeah, I think a lot of us here are we're all vampires. We're scared of the outside. I'm currently doing a very analogue board game for my family. Oh, a board game for your family? I want to know more, Kong. Sometimes you have to wait people to come over or lesson was boring. Alright guys, so thanks for the chance and welcome new people. Our streams are very chat focused, by the way. We don't actually do much game development on stream. I mean, I do it in the background sometimes while chatting. If things go a bit slower in a stream, but generally I'm very chatty, and it's streams are a time for the bonding and discussion, and that is why I only stream 3 days a week for 3.5 hours, I think, on average, because I need those other days. I desperately need those other days to actually get stuff done. I spent years perfecting my room. Why would I ever go outside? Hi Kira, how you doing? Hope you do well. You can preview so much in MZ, like animations when you go to put them in events or on a spell. Oh, so you think that it's way better than MV than Emperor overall? Or would you say MV's still got some good things about it? But that's positive. I'm glad to hear that. Alright, so I'd be very happy today if we can get these clips for our trailer, because we've got, before I go to bed tonight, to put it this way, it needs to be done. The trailer needs to be done before I go to bed tonight. So don't expect a masterpiece, because we don't have much time left to do it. But I'm going to at least, I don't think it's going to be too bad, because once we've got the actual clip content, it's just getting all those clips in. And I've already got the outline, so I think that's positive. Teaching the young ones counting, spelling and such, super simple. Kung is best, Mom. Kung is best, Mom. I'm a fan of MZ, mates of some really nice. Yeah, I can tell you're a fan, Kid, because you swoon over it every time you're in the stream, which, you know, that's positive too. I'd much rather hear that than people coming in and being like, MZ is the worst. Because, you know, I'm glad to hear it's good, and because we don't want products coming out that aren't any better, do we? So it's positive to hear that it actually is decent. Hi Marco, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. How about you? I'm still in the honeymoon phase, still excited as I explore, use it. Honeymoon phase, yes. Well, yeah, continue to let me know how that all goes with MZ, because although I'm not making the switch myself, you know, it's always nice to know how it works, because you never know in the future if I ever do something in that. Probably not, because I'm busy with this, but still like to know. Thank you, Rose. Like all mums, I do my best. You are good, Mum. I want you to be my mum, Kung. Need to work, so coding and listening to you. I hope it goes well. Hope it's a productive day. I'm flattered that I'm people's background noise, I must say. My oldest two, I'm teaching them coding via Scratch. They love making games and don't even realise the skills they are learning along the way. Asriel, best dad. Oh my goodness. I'm proud of you guys, because that's what you need to do with your kiddos. There's this kid who lives a few doors away from me. All he ever does is play ball. Since lockdown, all I've heard is his ball bounce constantly. It's not stopped. And I'm just thinking, poor kid, right? Like, give him blooming games console or something. Poor kid. It makes me realise I was really lucky, because when I was a kid, I got given loads of stuff. Like, I had a Windows 95 PC, had a PS1, had a Game Boy. I had other things as well that were non-game related, so I had a lot of choice over what I wanted to do. I'd have cried if all I'd have got was a ball. That is really impressive. Those are super important skills in this day and age. Now, they may never go into a coding job, but always good to know. The youngest just mashes the keyboard for now. Yeah, you've got to stimulate them, you know. You've got to stimulate. They'll grow up to be geniuses. I know that. Alright guys, so who is excited to see me take some video footage today for our trailer? You're getting a sneak preview, folks, of a trailer that hasn't been released yet today. So it's going to be fun. And when stream finishes today, after I've had my dinner, I'm going to be like putting it all together in Premiere Pro, so it's all ready for tomorrow. And guys, it starts in 20 hours and 43 minutes, so keep your eyes peeled on the Raindrop RPG Twitter. And my main Twitter account, the Rose Rainblood one, will probably retweet it anyway. So look at either of them. I'm aiming to submit it right on the dot of when it opens. I think that would be the best thing to do, rather than be a late submission. So yeah, I'm not going to bed until it's done. And then as soon as I get up tomorrow, I've had my brekkie and my coffee. It's 12 p.m. BST when it opens, and I'm a late riser usually, so I have to make sure I'm up well in advance and I'm ready to click that button. So what will this picture game do for the game? Well, it's just, I mean, it might not make any difference at all, but I think things like this are always worth a shot. It's kind of similar to the hashtag Screenshot Saturday, in how it gives your game that extra bit of exposure from devs and news outlets and things like that, but to a very much higher level than Screenshot Saturday. But apparently a lot of people look through this hashtag and this picture game. Some people have abused this, I've noticed, which makes me a bit salty. I've noticed people have been doing the picture game any day of the week, and it's not meant to be for that. It's meant to be for the day each month. So people have been abusing the hashtag and just doing it. But if people are gonna do hashtag picture game like now, the 2nd, for example, or if they did it last week or the week before, they're like, you know, it's pointless because it's not even started yet. So, yeah. And for almost all jobs, you need to have a basic understanding of how coding works, or at least helps you get through your workday easier. Yeah, I'm going to riot because when I was a kid, coding wasn't a subject at school. I still have the opinion that if it was, I could have already been a genius by now. I'd have released Raindrop Chronicles 10 years ago instead of now. But I don't regret it, guys, because if I did it any earlier, I wouldn't have met you. So I'm happy I'm doing it now. Better sooner rather than, but then not at all. I mean, better late than not at all, isn't it? Is that the quote? But yeah, guys, feel free to have a look at thepicturegame.com. If you're curious how it all works, I mean, if anyone here wants to see more about it, be the first time we'll have done it. Absolutely have no idea really how it's gonna go, but I was always intending to do a trailer to accompany the first playable build release of Raindrop Chronicles anyway, so I feel like we've got nothing to lose by also just adding this as a hashtag to it as well, and planning on releasing it on this day. You are so right, Rose. I don't believe in regret unless you hurt someone. That is a good way to see it, Kung. Regret for sure if you've hurt someone, and I believe in holding yourself accountable for things like that. It's not nice to be the sort of person that is like so arrogant that you don't see any fault in actions you've done to hurt others. But yeah, it's no good dwelling in regret for things like this, like things to do with careers or anything of that nature, because you're going to just hold yourself back if you're mulling over and regretting things. I just say work on it now and do it now. That's the main thing. And I'm a believer that the age doesn't matter either. It doesn't matter how old you are when you start something. You don't have to be 20 to start your career, you know. Incoming. Hi Security, how is it? How are you doing? Security Guru guy, I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Take cover. Security will protect us if anything bad happens in the stream. Why have I got an itchy nose? I had a few allergies this morning, that's why. There must be hay fever around, I don't even know. I'm allergic to something now. One sec, guys, because I have such an itchy nose that I really will have to hide cam because I need to give it a good scratch. It needs to be done. And then we can get into full focus mode. Oh my goodness me, just as I was scratching my nose because of allergies, comes in a massive raid. Well, I'm here now. Hi everybody, hi Go Pirate, thank you for that humongous raid. Silver, Rain, Meta, Chief, Stu, Timmy, I hope I'm not missing anyone's name, Love Cortez, Galan, and Go Pirate himself. Hi guys, okay, I'm going to tell you everything, don't you worry. I'll tell you all about what we do here. Let's first of all give Go Pirate a shout out. Let us know how your stream was though. How did it go, everybody? What was Pirate up to? What did Pirate do? And thank you for all the follows, everyone. Ruiners, Chief, and I hope I've not missed anybody out. But guys, Timmy the Kitten, I love your name by the way. Very, very cute. Thank you, EG, for that follow as well. Okay, guys. So, what do we do here? We're making a 2D RPG, everybody. We have a website. So, if you really want to get all the info, the website is where to go. We have an FAQ on there, actually. So, all the common questions will be on there. But if there's any that you guys are curious about that aren't on the FAQ, feel free to throw them at me. Fellow game devs over here, what are you working on? Yeah, we are working on a trailer actually. So, if you'd have come the day after today, I'd already have a trailer to show you all. But we're doing it now, so you're getting a sneak peek before it gets released. We've got a little overview, an outline of what we've got planned, and the plan is to release it tomorrow for Picture Game round 4, which is happening in 20 hours, everybody. So if you're a game dev yourself, keep your eye on this, because I think it'd be pretty cool for us all to do. And thank you, Azrael, for doing the command as well. I've just noticed you've done it as well. So guys, thank you so much for deciding to come here to this little nerdy corner of Twitch where we all love RPG games. So I'm going to ask you guys what your favourite RPG is. I'm very intrigued to know, because we're making an RPG here. It's episodic. We're working on episode 1 right now, and the trailer we're going to make is the trailer for the first playable build, and that will be released this year. So exciting times. There's a lot to do, and we're still very early on in the project, so exciting. And thank you for welcoming in the raiders, Kung and everybody. And Soy, thank you for that follow. Rain, thank you for the follow. Con, appreciate you all, and love. Thank you very much. In using RPG Maker, Pirate was using Game Maker 2. Oh, Game Maker 2, that's a good one. I downloaded a trial of Game Maker a few months ago, and I really liked it. I've always thought that it would be the one I'd use if I wasn't making an RPG. If I was making a game of another genre, Game Maker would be the one I'd go for. But feel free to tell us about your game if you'd like to. I'm the sort of person that encourages talk about each other's projects. I'm not like against self-promotion if I ask. So feel free to tell us. Okay, guys. So yeah, we're just in the middle of like organising this trailer, because we've got less than 20 hours and we haven't even done it yet. We've not even started it, but we've got a plan. So we're going to be taking a few video clips today. So we've got the content there for the trailer, and I'm excited. And if you're interested in this trailer, if you would like to see it tomorrow when we've done it, then the Twitter is the place to follow, because that will be where it's posted, and I would appreciate a retweet, that's for sure, because this is a big one, guys. This will be a big one. So yay. Feel free to give us a follow if you're intrigued about our project. Hi Zexy, how you doing? Good morning, Rose in chat. How are you doing, Zexy? How have you been? Good to see you again. Thank you, Zexy, by the way. I don't know if you noticed in the Discord for your ideas thing that you put in the channel. I'm going to bookmark that one so we can have a good proper talk about it when we have an enemy stream, because that will be on the cards for the near future. I've actually reorganised our Trello page last night, and I recently did a complete map overhaul, so I started a brand new project because of this map overhaul. So I'm redoing all the events and variables again, because we're very early on. We're only on episode 1, main quest 1 and 2 so far, so it was easy enough to do. Still a bit of work to do though, because we're doing that overhaul. I'm going to be spending time completely smoothing over previous dialogue and scenes, and smoothing over battle mechanics and the enemies anyway. So there'll definitely be a stream where we rediscuss all that stuff. And oh my goodness, I am so happy that I have done a new project, guys. I'm going to reopen RPG Maker now, because honestly, it was a complete mess. My last project was. The variables were all over the place. I completely lost track of what was what. And it was just very disorganised. And I'm doing the opposite this time. I'm going to make this project file the tidiest thing ever. I'm going to be a fusspat after my first experience of it being a mess. Hi Ruiners, what's the inspiration behind your game? I would say being a complete nerd for RPGs in general. Growing up playing RPG games and them being my favourite genre has inspired me to do this. I have regularly made RPG games since RPG Maker 2000. So yeah, we're going on a couple of decades now, but they were terrible. I'll just tell you that they were terrible games because I was a kid. I was a baby. But the interest was always there, and I finally decided I'm going to do a proper one now. And I'm doing good. I forgot today was Monday. Everybody did actually, Zexy, not the first one. Monday is the best day, isn't it, guys? It's the best day. It is. For sure. Best day of the week. Because I'm streaming, that's why. But yeah, we have a trailer, Ruiners, on my Twitter, so that actually shows off. I've got a few RPG games that actually I'm inspired by in that trailer, and it's kind of focused more on me. The trailer on my pinned tweet on the Twitter is on the Rose Rainblood account, but the trailer that we're working on today is the opposite. It's not so much focused about me as the creator or the project itself. It's going to be more focused on the game. So I'm excited to get this one out. Super excited. I forgot to, don't worry, LOL. I forget most days of the week because every day is the same to me. But I feel like now the streaming, I'm just used to it being every other day. But I forget if it's a Monday, Wednesday or Friday sometimes. Because those are the days I'll stream, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Alright guys, so I'm going to hide our Trello for now. But if anyone wants a nosy on our Trello page and to have a look what we're focusing on, feel free to. A lot of the tasks that we've done have been moved back into currently working on and to do, because it all needs to be smoothed and tidied up, you see. So yep, I'm kind of dedicating the next couple of months to getting that first playable build prepared for release. But when things get a bit monotonous, we'll be doing some brainstorming for the next bit of content. Which will include the next main quest of the story, the side quests that we could have, the NPCs and what they'll be like, and the world building of the location of the Everbloom Forest in general. Expect several brainstorming sessions on things like that over the next couple of months. It's going to be exciting. And we won't be doing them every stream, obviously. They'll just be scattered throughout the next couple of months, and in between we'll be doing like tidying up and polishing streams because we don't want an absolutely dreadful first playable build, guys. I mean, first playable build is going to be very bare compared to what episode 1 is going to be like when it's out, but we still want it to be, you know, not a complete clunky mess. And I have to say that since I've completely redone things, switched to tiled over parallax mapping, redid a new project, it's a pleasure to do a test play on this now compared to the old version. I did a few test plays in the new project last night, and I was like, whoa, this is so nice. And then I did a few test plays in the old project file, and I was nearly crying at how clunky it was. So, very happy. Forgetting what day it is isn't fun. It's not the end of the world, though. It's not the end of the world, guys, to forget the day. Don't worry. The next main quest is Alvira travelling to the 1860s France and inventing the internet. Oh my goodness. Imagine if we had time travel in Raindrop Chronicles. I'm not gonna lie, I'd love that, because I'm pretty into time travel, and Chrono Trigger is an amazing game. It's so nice, but it has to be done so good, doesn't it? Time travel could so easily be screwed up. And sorry guys if you hear a little bit of construction noise in the background, I'm going to apologise, because it doesn't seem to ever end in this neighbourhood where I live, I have to say. So, but it's okay right now. It's been a little bit quieter, thank goodness, but it's still just did it. Hopefully you didn't hear it though, guys. Okay, right, so I'm going to open the 2 project files maybe, because we're going to be taking clips of both versions. Might do this one first though. Okay, so I'm going to get a test play up, and I might have to get it up on a big screen to record. Okay folks, so yeah, the music's off. Here we go. So I did the fruit scene. I added it last night. I also did a conversation with Carol and Rose, the one before the flashback, and I did the Fiona Buckington one as well, because they're the ones in particular we want to have for our trailer, so I wanted to make sure they were implemented on our new map. They are a little bit rough around the edges. I'm going to say there's a couple of hiccups because I didn't get time to finish because it was late. But I think they're at a good enough standard to take some clips off. Right. And hi Rod, how are you doing? It's so good to see you. And Raido, how are you guys? How is your Monday? Actually, it might be interesting to have an alternative ending where you go back in time and stop the spell from being cast and bring in the box to life. Interesting. Because Raindrop Chronicles, not kept this a secret, is going to have multiple endings in it, which I think is a great thing because it allows us as a community to consider a lot of cool ideas, because chances are when the time comes we're all going to have a lot of different ideas, and it would be sad, wouldn't it, to be like, oh, we can only have one now, and throw away all these some really creative cool ones. So what I could see us doing over the course of the development is collecting a bunch of ending ideas, and then when the time comes we shortlist the best ones and vote on them and stuff, and take forward the ones that we think are like, yeah, that'd be super cool. Just stopping in to make sure things are okay, getting ready to head off. So I hope you have a good evening and stay safe this week. Thank you, you too, Rod. Always good to see you stop in and say hi. And we're doing all right, aren't we, chat? I'm not doing too bad. Doing great, just on a break at work. Ooh, yay for breaks. Huzzah. I never received the email of the updated walking animation, by the way. Oh yeah, because I forgot. You're gonna have to forgive me, Radu, because I always have about 50 things happening in my mind at one point. So honestly, if I forgot, I don't mind if you mention in the general chat on Discord or something. I do log off on Discord though on my days off, so I might not always see it immediately, because I have to do that for my own sanity, guys. Otherwise I'd get very overwhelmed. So I find having to log off on my days off goes a long way in getting me to recharge my batteries. But I can send it you if I do remember. And of course, glad to hear until next stream or the Sunday stream message. And yeah, take care, Rod. You're getting ready to head off. I hope you have a good rest of your week. So what was the one you wanted, Radu, again? Was it it was Nikki, wasn't it? It was her animation, not yours. Yes, I'll send you that one. I'll actually write it on notepad because I'll be less likely to forget then if I see it there in my face. Yay, no problemo. I mean, it's easy enough to do. It's just remembering. That's my thing. Okay. And I'm going to copy and paste what Zexy said as well, because it's an interesting idea from ending, and I've got into a habit of collecting all your ideas and putting them in a notepad file and then on a Google Doc. Good to take time to recuperate, saves days off the burnout. I'm glad you're taking your sanity into account. Yeah, guys, believe me, if I didn't do that, I would have burnt out a long time ago. I mean, look at us, we're on streamer 173 now. Some people might be shocked and think, what the hell, is she a machine? I can tell you I'm not a machine. I just make sure I very carefully do this because I care about my health and I care about the project, so I'm just very sensible and wise about how I approach it so that it can go on for as long as possible. And yeah, I might have small hiatuses in between episodes, so you might find when episode 1 does come out, whenever it does, that I might have a little bit of a break from streaming before we start episode 2 development, just so I can, you know, get completely recharged. I think that would be smart to do. Yeah, if you don't take care of yourself, you won't be able to create anything. Exactly. I think it's getting that balance, isn't it? Because you want to be able to create something and see the progress, but at the same time not to the extent that you're completely ruining yourself and your health. It's about the balance. Alright guys, so we got I don't know if we should do the fruit scene first though. We'll do that one after because we've got another couple of scenes to do first. I have implemented the custom hero creator on the new version. Oops, let's end because that's the wrong one. Yes, I have to. I've got new game there because I set the starting point here. So instead of that, we've got to put it here. Set starting position, player, and delete the asset so it's on none. Okay, so we're going to do a test play of a new game. We're going to have a wander around the map. And we're going to take some recordings. And I will have to... Let me get it prepared and ready. When we take recordings, I'll have to do this. There we go. So when it comes to taking recordings, I'll be going on a full screen. And I think it'll be productive of me to take video recordings now of what's going to be in the trailer, so I have less work to do off stream tonight. Because then all I'll have to do tonight is actually put the trailer together. So I'll actually hide this for now though. Don't want to hide my face for too long. But when I do record, I'll get it on big screen then. Okay guys, I'll be doing a trivia in a bit, so I think it'd be nice to do that. So keep your eyes peeled for a trivia question. I think we've only got a week or so left, haven't we, until we see who the Law Master of the Month is. It resets every month, and then it'll be everyone back to 0 points in September. Trivia hype. And guys, if anyone comes up with any good trivia questions, feel free to pop them in the ideas discussion channel as well. If anybody does look through the Law Bible and think, oh, that'd be a really good question, you know, you can totally submit your own question ideas, because at the end of the day, we want our notepad file to be like humongous with hundreds and hundreds of questions. That's kind of the goal, so we don't get the same questions keep popping up. Oh no, Kung is here, I may lose. Vandalia or Raid. It could be anybody that gets it. You know, it might be an underdog that comes out of the and surprises everybody. Okay, so the custom hero creator's in. It takes a bit of time to move the scenes over to a new project and like change the event numbers and things, but it's a lot easier than I thought it would be, because it is just a copy and paste job. Once you've copied and pasted the event, it comes in the new project exactly the same. Should we make Jesus? Yeah, I'll make Jesus, but I do want to make a few custom heroes, because I want to show off the fact that you can make different heroes in the trailer. I should have took some clips of that as well, because there was an opportunity to. Yeah, actually, we'll start again, and I'm going to get in big screen so we can take some clips of this, because the custom hero creator is one thing we want on our trailer. But before we start the test play, guys, let's do the trivia. He was here just though. Oh my goodness, what are the fruits in when you first meet them? A basket, Van got it. Van is so fast. Points, Vandalia. 1. There you go. You are kicking ass this month, Van. Really are. You are so fast. But I like to see the enthusiasm, I have to say. Makes me see that our trivia is a success. Timmy the Kitten, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that. And again, I love your name, because it's got kitten in it, that's why. And I like kittens. I know this lore. Van's a nerd for the Raindrop Chronicles lore, and that pleases me greatly, because it's showing that we've actually got some good lore, you know. Lore master for sure. Yeah. We might have another trivia question a bit later as well in the stream. Good, that was the idea. Yeah, you know what to do to make streamers like you straight away, Timmy, don't you? So it's a good tip for a username actually. Just stick an animal name in there. and you'll instantly become loved. Instantly be loved in the stream. Speaking of copying events over to the new project, do you ever use the labels or comments features in the events to organise things? Oh, actually, because Zexy asked that before we do the test play and recording, I feel like I should show you guys how I am organising things. Okay, so as an example, this is the fruits section. I've started naming my events now as well. It just makes things so much easier when, you know, setting movement routes and doing all that thing. Like, so, can we get it up big? I wish it showed pop-ups more easily. Movement route, there we go. We can see them if I manually show it, but it can be a bit of a pain to do that. But oh damn it, I just clicked the drop down menu and it doesn't even show. Silly window capture. I should have known that, because it very rarely, well, I don't know if you can see it now because I'm on a display capture now, and it does show drop down menus on that. The text is a little bit small, but basically I've been naming my events, so it's easy to keep track of now. The event number stays the exact same though, even if you name them, so it doesn't screw things up. And you can see the event number in the bottom on the toolbar in case you need to know. Didn't mean to derail, no worries at all. At the end of the day, I'm happy to show this stuff off. And they're cute too. So yeah, I've done a comment here. I've actually made a note: hero positioning needs to be implemented so he doesn't stand in odd places. And what that means is that because we're on a larger map now and we don't have the map transfers in between sections, the way it was before, if you moved to the edge of the map, you'd have a fade out transfer and it would like teleport you to the next map. And that was very easy back then, to just assign the player a position so that the scenes didn't get screwed up. But now, because we've got such an open map, the hero can walk anywhere. You can walk on any tile, and that means that the scenes could easily get screwed up because of the player's positioning and movement. So there's a plugin now that's really good at handling this. I can't remember what it's called now, but basically what it does is make sure that when the player moves, they'll move to a specific spot, rather than you needing to use the set movement route. So we wouldn't have to use set movement route for the player. We'd just tell the coordinates that they'd have to move in, the tile coordinates instead, and that way we'll solve that problem, if that makes sense. It's a bit confusing to explain, but I've got it, is what matters. I know what I'm doing, so it's all good. And this is a parallel event, by the way. You know, I've got if statements set up so that they can turn on and off when needed, because we don't want to have too many parallel events running on a large map. So because of that, the player map location 7 is anywhere it's got the number 7 in, which is here, the scene where the fruits are. So once they move back to another number, 6, 5, 4, etc., then that parallel event will turn off, which will be great because then we won't get silly lag. And here's where all the event is. And I've got comments here. I've got Rose starts paint, and I've started to make sure I use them as often as possible, because it's just a lot easier to know what's happening in the scene if you comment on things like that and exactly what's happening. And I've got fruits make appearance here. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that regularly, I think. I've even got comments for the Carol romance points and the moral scale thing, the compassion, which I think you knew already, Zexy, that we do that. And And as for labels, I don't have them in this particular scene, but I've used them a lot in other events and scenes. Like I've used them in the custom hero creator. I've got a label for gender here. I've got the labels for complexion and things like that. I think it's always very handy to make use of those things. Okay, and not having to write each movement route would really cut down the work you'll have to do. Sounds like a good plugin. Yeah, I need to try and remember which one it was, and I don't know if I've got it here yet in the new project, but it's in the old project, so I'll have to have a little look through and figure out which one it was. But that will, I believe that will solve all the issue of the hero. You know what I mean, don't you? Because when it's an open map like this, you've got to be more. It's hard to explain. I just hope you guys are getting me when I ramble, because I can go off on tangents and go into explanation mode and be super confusing. You are an inspiration for organisations. Oh, thank you, sexy. But yeah, the new project file and switching to tiled has turned Raindrop Chronicles into a almost like an more open world experience than it was before. It's seamless walking on the map now. It's like completely continuous, no interruptions, and even cutscenes are going to have to be dealt with slightly differently, of course, because right now Carol and Rose are just randomly appearing in the middle of nowhere in a cutscene. So it's thinking a way around that, which you'll see when we do some test plays. Now you'll see exactly what I mean, because the scene in particular when Carol and Rose have a chat, and then with the fruits, their events, they just pop out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, hi Carol and Rose, hi, how you doing? So there's no warning right now that there's a cutscene that's about to start, whereas how it was before, because we had the fade out, fade in transfers, it wasn't as jarring when a cutscene started. So it did have its advantages in that regard, but I do overall prefer that it's far more seamless now. But I'll just have to figure out a way to make the cutscenes not like so out the blue. I'm going to have to look at how other games do it, how other RPGs deal with scenes, and or present them when it comes to characters appearing. Okay, goodbye. And I agree, weird effects, but okay guys, so we're gonna get on big screen in a sec, because we're gonna take some clips. Okay. Should we hide Rose cam for a little bit temporarily while we do this? Okay, folks. Hope you don't miss my face too much. Right, so I'm gonna record this, because I think this footage is something we might want for our trailer. Also, it doesn't matter if I talk, because I can just delete the sound. It's not going to ruin the clip. I'm just making Jesus again, because he's kind of our default now. But I do want to show off other custom heroes in this trailer. Oops. Also, I'm gonna obviously, we're not gonna show the whole custom thing here. I think in the trailer I'll just pick out the key bits. We like Jesus. Yes, okay, I think that is fine. I'm going to stop recording now. I think that was enough. Sorry, back to this. Right, so I've managed to... Oh, okay, so this is broke, and I know exactly why it's broke now. I remember. It's because I took it off auto run, that's why. So I will put that on. Actually, no, we won't bother doing this because the Carol the Barrel scene, like, fall is incomplete at the moment anyway. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go to the Fiona Buckington scene now. I'm going to set the starting point here. So we don't have to go through all the custom hero creator again. And also we're going to have to, yeah, we'll have to find a hero to use. There we go, Jesus is there. There we go. So it should work now. Let's do another test play. You should try some more different looks. Yeah, I got an idea showing us walking through the Everbloom Forest with the mini map and it changing the hero as it walks and then it coming up saying like a fluid custom hero creator in text. So that's kind of something to show. But yeah, I'll probably do a few. So actually, yeah, we won't have Jesus for this split because we've used him enough. Let's pick somebody else. Let's pick a girl. A feminine body type, should I say, because we've kind of scrapped the whole gender thing now. Well, we scrapped the, you know, the male-female thing anyway. So... simple option could be to add a fade in, fade out effect at the start of event scenes or add a cinematic bars when a scene is about to play. And okay, I'm going to copy and paste your ideas, Lex, in security. What I'm gonna do is look at a few other RPG Let's Plays just to remind myself how they dealt with cutscenes as well, because they might have used the ideas you guys have mentioned. There might be their approach as well, and I think it'll be helpful to see how especially RPGs that have more of an open world sort of feel to them as well, how they deal with that. So people can see more variety. Not everyone is into the bearded look, lol. Yeah, well, for sure, that was always going to be a thing, because it is one of the key things. And otherwise, if we don't use different heroes in the trailer, people will just think you can only have the Jesus one, you know, and that isn't how it is at all. So yeah, okay, so let's yeah, we'll pick a hunter one this time. We'll pick that one. Definitely a selling point. 100% it should be in the trailers. Oh, I'm glad you think it's a selling point, Zexy. It's positive to get that, the feedback, so you know you're on the right track. Even when you feel as a creator that it's good, it's still good to hear that you guys think so too. Right, so another test play. We don't have to start again now. We can start in the middle of... I need to sort out that weird... Okay. So Summer's broke. Bear with me, folks. I don't know why it didn't show the hero, because I did make the character appear, so really I would have expected that it showed the hero then. It might be because we have an auto run thing somewhere. That's what I'm assuming. Did I switch it? No, I turned that off, so that shouldn't be a problem. Funny thing is, when I did this yesterday, it worked perfectly. So it's funny how it decides to not do it now during the stream. Okay. Yeah, and you can't even move, so it's not like they're invisible. Yeah, if this is going to be a problem, we might have to do the custom hero create and go through it that way. I'd rather not. Maybe, hang on. I think I might know what it is. I've got a theory. I'm going to see if that theory is correct. Yeah. What it was I positioned them over an unpassable tile. That must have been what it was. Okay, so ignore this black here. The reason we've got random black is because we haven't done the map for that yet. And now, because we have a complete open map now, we can see things like that. We can see the black sections. So eventually the goal will be to fill in the borders so that we don't see that. But right now, that's not a priority. We're working on the current stuff first. But before the first playable build, that border will be filled in. I think that's the only incomplete map that we can see. Everywhere else, it doesn't show any black. Okay, so here she is. Here's the moment we can push her in the lake. So let's get big screen up. And let's record as well. Okay, so we haven't got the cabin part yet. That is why it stopped there. But I did the push in the light bit last night because I knew that was something I wanted in the trailer. So, also, because the sound is off at the moment. I want the music off, obviously, because we'll add the music on the trailer at the end. But I might actually want the dialogue sound box, thinking about it. So I might turn sound effects on. But these are the default ones. Okay, one sec, let's quit and do it again. I'm going to do a recorded version with the sound. I mean, we might change that noise eventually, but right now it's not a big deal. It's only, we'll just keep that on for now. Okay. I'm gonna do it again because I don't know if that was the ultimate best recording, so I'm gonna do a few. I'll actually do one of her when we're a little bit further away from her. Also, I've just realised something as well. Let me just hide this. I've noticed that there's some dropped frames, and that's because I'm streaming at the same time. So if I find that the recordings are a little bit dropped frames, I'm gonna retake them off stream because we don't want that in our trailer. But we'll see how it goes. Okay guys, so this is what I meant earlier when I said you can see Carol and Rose appear out of nowhere. You'll see now. You ready? Because the scene's going to happen in a sec. Let's make it big though. And we'll record as well. Where are they hiding? It's probably because I must have took it off a parallel process again. How bizarre. Yeah, let's turn it off temporarily. Yeah, okay, one sec. I was expecting the cutscene to start then and it didn't. Okay, it's because it's on action button instead of parallel. Because sometimes I turn the parallel off, of course, for certain test plays, and I forgot to turn it back on. So now I've put it back to parallel. It should trigger that cutscene. And that cutscene only plays, of course, if you're on map location 5. I like this organised way of doing it. It feels much more easier to keep track of like this than it was before, when there was a ton of separate maps. And yeah, you can't see the map in the background, you can only see these region numbers. But luckily in tiled, because if you have tiled open at the same time, the coordinates match anyway. So that's how I know where to place the NPC, because I check in tiled what the coordinate is and I just pop it on whatever that coordinate is. And you can have a parallax map in the background and show it in the editor. But I tried doing that, but it failed because the parallax map was a gigantic and it crashed the system. Even when I compressed it massively, it still did that. So maybe there is a way to get it to work so we see it in the background, but I didn't have the time yesterday to do that. We're on a deadline for the trailer. Okay, so now that's working, we can do the test play again. All we have to do is switch it to parallel. Everything's very bare at the moment. No enemies, no wildlife, no music, no sounds. Eventually we'll add footstep noises as well, because I think that sort of stuff adds a nice finishing touch. But I'm not going to be working on all that extra detailed stuff until the scenes are polished. Okay, so record. Okay, for some reason, I don't understand this. I'm actually mad because yesterday this worked perfectly. I was deciding to be a complete silly billy today just because I'm streaming. It's not triggering the scene. Okay. I did put it on parallel. Yeah, it's on parallel. And I thought that was the reason it didn't trigger. Is the event set to same as character? It's set to below characters, but I thought it didn't matter because it's not like it's a player touch event. So I thought it didn't matter, but maybe I'm misinformed there. Yeah, I did a lot of cutscene testing last night to get them all perfect and ready for today. And it's weird how it's deciding to do this now. Just as I was complimenting the new project file and its organisation. I've changed it to same anyway, so we'll see if that does make a difference. And yeah, it's going to look a bit choppy and frame drops because I'm streaming at the same time and I have a very old computer. And a ton of programs open as well. So I probably will re-record them off stream. But I want to record them anyway, just so I know what clips that we want. It's going to be easier then. But at this rate, we're not going to be recording anything because it's deciding it doesn't want to trigger the cutscene like it did last night. Will it trigger the fruit cutscene now? That's what I'm wondering. Let's go up and see. Thank you for the follow, DQ. Welcome. Yeah, it's not triggering the fruit scene either, so something's obviously happened to not trigger these cutscenes. It's going to be something really obvious, you know, something I'm going to, but oh, it was that, because it always is. So let's have a little look. Let's have an investigation and see. I've got something in my eye. Okay. I think it's an eyelash or something. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to delete that event because that was there for just for testing purposes. Okay, so that's on parallel. Really, there shouldn't be anything wrong with these because these all worked yesterday. So I'm assuming it's an event somewhere else that's causing these to mess up. But I'm being very organised now with the events. I'm naming them. I'm tracking their placement. So it's a strange one. Okay, I have a theory. What it is. It's because I've randomly put the set starting position there. There was something in this auto run event that triggers the ability to make cutscenes work. I think it's related to the mini-map. It's because we turn a switch on. We turn a switch on with this auto run event, which of course we haven't watched because we've skipped it and set the starting position here. So because of that, I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna put a random event here. Is there a button or something? I'll just put that there. I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to put switch on. And that'll be what does it. You'll see. Okay, so save. Hi Andy Cake, how you doing? It's good to see you. Happy Monday. Are you doing? Yes, RPG Maker MVDQ. That's the one. You got it. It's in the title. It is very, very cool. You think this is cool? Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so now I think I've put it behind a tray, but there we go. It's here now. So yeah, I think the ability to start cutscenes is, at the moment, it is linked to the mini-map being on. I mean, I might have to change how that works because there will be, but we'll see. But right now it's this. And it's because it's all to do with the positioning or something. I don't know. I'm going to have a good look into it. But we'll see it now. Oh, oops, I accidentally left the recording on. Here we go. So this is what I mean, they just appear out of nowhere. So obviously I'll have to deal with that as smartly as possible so that we don't have that, because it's a little bit like, whoa, they just came out of a random teleport and appeared out of nowhere. But I'll think of something, because right now I haven't had the chance to properly get an elegant way of doing it, because we're in a rush to get this trailer done. Also, I'm pretty sure we're getting a lot of frame drops right now, so I don't think this is going to be up to recording standard, in all honesty. The hero positioning isn't how it should be here either, and it's because I have to be very specific about where I walk right now, because I'm using movement routes instead of giving a specific coordinate when moving the hero right now. So yeah, okay, so this is not going to work. We are not going to be able to record the scenes right now. It's going to have to be done off stream. It's just far too many frame drops. It just wouldn't look good. And I could hear my computer screaming as well, and it's a little bit lame. I mean, I've tested. Now that we've switched from tile to parallax mapping, the memory in general has cut down drastically. Even though it is a larger map, it's still like much more. It's much less clunky than it used to be, but for some reason when I stream, it doesn't like it. Probably because I'm streaming in 1080. Probably. Because I've got about 10 programs up as well. So yeah, this being done off stream will be, the recordings won't be like look like that. The graphics is very cool. Thank you, DQ. Your computer was just fangirling for the trailer. It was screaming. She's an old lady, my PC. No, I can't afford an upgrade because I'm poor. But I'm one of these people that always like to... I mean, I don't want to separate from my computer because I love it. I'll be keeping it for another 20 years. I'm one of those people that just keep all the old things. Dave, how are you doing now? I hope you're doing well, Dave. It's good to see you. You could use the set event location feature, set Carol and Rose onto the same tile as the player and make sure pass through is on. Then move route can move each of them where you want them. Oh, see, I think that's what I've been doing. I mean, I'm not 100% sure because I might have only read a bit of what you said, Zexy. Your explanation might have more to it, but what I have been doing is, this is Carol and Rose. So these events here are Carol and Rose, and they're blank at the moment, but there is a second page where it shows their graphics when you use the self switch. And instead of making more events, I just set the event location. That's what I did on the fruit scene. So when we go up here, those two particular events of Carol and Rose, I move them up here. Because originally I just created 2 extra events of Carol and Rose here, but I thought, hang on a minute, that's a waste of events. I can just do, where is it? Set event location. Yeah, here it is, set event location. It was right in front of my face there. So yeah, I've just moved them, and that's how we can do it then. Every time there's a cutscene with one of those characters, the event can just get moved, and it saves event space, and can see it as an event per character that way. Thanks for all the new followers off the last raid. Yeah, oh my goodness, Vagabond, I apologise. Guys, if you weren't here last stream, it was crazy. I got follow botted with 6,000 followers right at the end of stream, and I refreshed the stream at the end and saw, and I nearly had a heart attack because I was like, what the hell? I've only ever been follow botted once before since being on Twitch, and that was like 12 followers. So imagine refreshing and seeing like an extra 6,000 on your account. I was like, what is going on? So I deleted them. I found a way to delete them because I'm just this sort of person that I want my follower count to be true of what the size of what I really am as a content creator. I don't want people thinking I've got 10,000 followers. I want to earn that follow count. I want to earn that, not to get it like that. And I ended up raiding Vagabond at the end of my stream, and he got all of them as well. He got this. I think you got the same amount as me. You got all the fun, and I felt really bad because it happened right at the end of the stream, just as I was raiding you. And exciting to see an engine, yeah. And it's really silly because I get frame drops, right, when I do some test plays in RPG Maker on stream. When I'm off stream and not using slobs and I don't have about 10,000 programs up at the same time, it's as smooth as butter. It's a very seamless experience walking through the map, but yet today doing the test plays, it's like frame dropping, and I'm like, oh damn it, because I was going to be doing some recording today on stream as well of some of the cutscenes. I'd like planned to do that so I could get all the clips ready for the trailer, so I wouldn't have to do them tonight. And that plan's out the window because there's no way I'm going to have frame drops in the clips on the trailer. I look crappy. Oh my, I finished my Final Fantasy 14 Yokai watch event. That was a grind and a half. Oh, what's that watch event? Is that just an event Final Fantasy 14 I've got now? Because I'm a noob, because I'm not subbed to the game at the moment, so I'm not with the cool kids in knowing what's happening in FF14. Oh, are you in the middle of Stormblood, Dave? That's awesome. Doing the around resort zones were a pain. Staying out good and you saved my well-being. Flying there was a pain. I love all the expansions of Final Fantasy 14. So what can we do instead? We'll find something to do. I mean, I really don't want to do anything that's not linked to the trailer, in all honesty, guys, because this is very important. I've got to finish this before I go to bed tonight, so because of that I don't want to go off track and do something not linked to it. So we can literally open Premiere Pro unless that starts crashing my computer as well. We'll have to see. Let me get the Discord up. So here's our plan for the trailer. So yeah, because I'm only thinking because when I finish stream tonight, I've got dinner and I'm not going to be back at my desk until about 9 p.m. And, you know, a few short hours to get the trailer done is a bit ambitious unless I get up super early tomorrow morning before it opens. And I'm not going to do that. I'm more of a night owl. I'd rather stay up late and finish it and get up rather than get up early. So if we can't take actual clips, something we can do is set up the project file in Premiere Pro and get all the text in, I guess, and get all the framework in. Get the trailer built but without the clips, if that makes sense, and then I can just do the clips and add them in on top, and it'll feel less daunting than if I've got the framework in place. So maybe we could do that. So if you add a movement route for Carol and Rose at the top of the event and use the through on, then you can use set event to have Rose and Carol occupy the same space as the player, then they can move out the way from the player where you want. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste that Zexo. And I'll give that a proper read later, because to be honest, for the rest of this month, it's going to be about polishing the scenes and making sure that they are working well, because right now they're very rough around the edges on the new map. I literally just threw them in last night, the Fiona Bookington scene, the Carol and Rose conversation scene, and the fruit scene. I threw them in the space of a couple of hours on the map last night, and they're very rough around the edges, and I want them for the trailer, you see, that's why I just chucked them in. But with the next couple of weeks, I can really spend time making those cutscenes look nice and not jarring, because they're just appearing out of nowhere right now. But it's definitely, I don't think it'll be hard to do. It's just something you need the time for, isn't it? And this trailer, this date for the picture game is just it's just crept up on me like nothing. And we're lucky to even be able to do this tomorrow, because it was a close call, in all honesty. We've only just finished the map improvements on tiled. And any later, if I was any slower at doing that, we wouldn't have been able to. I mean, we would have just had to have used the old cutscenes, the ones on the old map, which wouldn't have been the end of the world, but it's nice that we can have it on the new, better looking map now. Oh, you've got some mounts. I love the mounts in Final Fantasy 14. They're awesome. Slobs isn't letting me scroll up. One sec. Okay, it is now. So I just want to make sure I've copied everything. Okay, everything that Zexy said, because Zexy's helping me figure out how to do this good. The shadows from your arms on the green screen are like a nightmare creature sneaking behind you. Yeah. Oh my goodness, how creepy is that when I do that? It's because my green screen's it's right behind me. Like, that's my green screen, guys. There's only a centimetre between me and my green screen. So the fact I've got lighting as good as I have is a shock. Or should I say, because I'm very limited for space in my room. It's a very small room. My studio is with my bedroom. So I've got very little space here. The dream is to have a studio, with just my computer, and that'd be fantastic. But yeah, it's a bit small at the moment. So that's the reason why why you see that. Not in the middle of Stormblood, I'm at the start. Oh, well, I hope you like it, Dava. I enjoyed Stormblood. Focus was on the mounts. Yeah, mine would be too, because I like the mounts. Disregard what I said above for now. I don't think it's useful for the trailer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for the trailer, it's no big deal getting that positioning right, because I'm only gonna, it's only gonna be short, like couple of second clips for the trailer. I'll show the best dialogue parts more than likely. I'm not gonna be showing off any like movement or any of the start of the cutscenes. So anything like that, the perfecting of things, will be done after the trailer. All we care about now is getting the good clips that we want to show off. But thanks anyway, Zexy, because it'll be useful to know for when I actually do it. Once I get Sam to 60 and my crafts are in a good spot. Oh, Samurai's my main. I like Samurai. You guys are making me want to play Final Fantasy 14. Okay, guys, so Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer that we can't do the clips now, but it's no worries, because in all honesty, I don't think it'll take me long to get those clips once I can just do a couple of test plays. I mean, there's only that scene, 1, 2. Yeah, well, I can do it. I'll be surprised what I can record in an hour. But I think we do need to make a start on the actual trailer though, so I am going to open Premiere Pro, and I know Premiere Pro is a program that's very demanding, so I hope that it doesn't completely lag the stream. Yeah, it is, isn't it, Vagabond? That must be confusing for you. That'd be what I'd be like if people were saying RC, because Raindrop Chronicles is RC. I use Premiere Pro a lot. Oh, do you, Van? Yeah, in fact, one question I want to ask you, Premiere Pro nerds, in chat right now, is how can I make good looking text titles? That can be something we do, because the text titles are going to be half the trailer, guys. Half of them are going to be text titles and the other half are going to be clips. So if we can do the text now, then at least that's out the way, so I only have to put the clips in after. I'm trying to think of some other video game trailers that use text titles in a really cool way, but you know what I mean, don't you guys? You know, when you watch a trailer and you see a clip and then you get text roll in the center and it's animated and it's like bold, and then it's there for about a few seconds and then another clip comes up and the text is always like showing off a feature or something about the game. It breaks the clips up then, so it gives context to them. So I think it'd be nice if we had some nice ones, you know, not just plain and boring and still. So I'm going to open up a project file. Give me a moment, guys. Just letting you know, you are very nice. Yes, well, thank you, Big. It's nice to know I'm nice. You need the nice things when there's mean people on the internet. You need to wear nice things. What sort of text titles? So you want something in the centre, not a lower third. Well, let's have a look. Let's open a project and have a look what we've got, because I'm actually quite clueless myself on what I want the text titles to look like. All I know is I want them to look nice. I suppose in the middle, just like standard text title being in the middle of the screen, to break the clips up. Like there wouldn't be a clip on show when the text title comes up, it'd just be a text title, so it doesn't distract. I mean, it could be fine to have the clip there in the background, but I like the idea of having it be a sort of, yeah, I want to look for an example. I was looking at a few trailers that did it really well. I wish I could remember the games now, because then I could get them up on YouTube. Okay, one sec, guys, because I need to get a window capture up for Premiere Pro, because I don't have one for it. Premiere Pro. We've never done any video editing on stream before, so this is a first. Yeah, I don't. Okay, one sec, guys, because this isn't set up right. If you got 2020, yeah, this is an old one because I'm a cheapskate. So let me look which one it is. It's a very old version. It's not even saying. I'm gonna have to click about Premiere Pro. Yeah, I don't want to say because it's gonna be embarrassing because it's so old. So yeah, it's very old. To the right, several pre-made options should be there. Yeah, it's not. I feel like such a grandma right now because you guys have got all the new ones and I'm here in the Stone Age. So do you have a graphics option? I'm going to get it up in a sec. Just bear with me, guys, because I'm a bit concerned about privacy thing on here because I don't want it coming up with folders that I don't want showing up. So one sec. There's a reason I use window capture instead of display screen because it just gives me a bit more privacy. Okay, I think that's fine. I think it's all good. So obviously we need to move it lower so I'm not hidden. Oh, yeah, we don't want that. There we go. My goodness, everything's turning a mess. Yeah, I didn't expect to actually use Premiere Pro today, so we're very unprepared. But we'll get there. There we go. No, we're not there yet. Yeah, we gotta hide. Oh, that's why. Thank you, Scrits TV, for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so I'm just thinking what to show here because obviously we have limited screen space. I think that'll do. Right, so we'll just make the screen a little bit larger so we can see it better. Okay, so now I can read what Van said. Now I've actually got that working. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what version I've got, folks. Let me just tell you, it's embarrassing. And the reason being I can't update it. I don't want the Creative Cloud thing and that's, you know. So I've just got a super old version and I haven't bothered getting a new one yet. Okay, so do you have graphics option? Right, I use Premiere Pro for all my video editing with every single video I've done, but I'm far from an expert at it. So I just learn as I go. And I've not really done title stuff before. I can see on the version I've got that there's a title designer and title tools though. And I kind of did it with the most recent trailer that's on my pinned tweet on Twitter. Kay, was that Kay giving a host, I say? I appreciate the host. Choose file new, title specify the title name and click OK. Title new, title default still, that's what I normally use. Yeah, you guys know what I'm like with instructions, so bear with me. I'm one of these people, and I've said this a bazillion times, so I'll probably repeat myself. I'm one of these people I have to do it rather than follow instructions. I get all flustered when it comes to instructions. So all I can see here, I'm gonna tell you guys what I see. And I see title and new title with default still, roll and crawl. Those are what the options I've got. because as far as I'm aware, every version's different in you know, with the features and the way that the tools bars are organised and things. So we could be like getting confused by each other, you know. But I'm going to just do it how I know, and we can just go from there. So we've got rolls and crawls. I don't know the difference between the two. But yeah, I'm reluctant to follow instructions because I don't like being confused when I'm on stream. I don't think that's fun for anybody to watch, and it's not fun for myself either. So I'm going to just mess around and we'll go from there. Okay, I wish that you guys could see this pop-up we've got though. Let me see if I can get that up in a window capture as well, because there's a title pop-up that's come up. But please do not do this. I don't like this window capture showing. Makes me nervous. There we go. Can we hide that? Yeah, that's hidden now. I don't know if it's going to let me show pop-ups, which is a bit bad because you're not even going to see what I'm doing, chat. I mean, the only way to do it would be to do that, and then you would see it. But I do not like using display capture. It's not even a question, not even an option for me, should I say? Because I get far too many pop-ups and private information, emails pop up and things. And I don't want anyone doxing me or anything like that. So for that reason, for my own protection, I have window capture. But unfortunately, it's limited. It's pretty limited, and you can't show up the pop-ups. The pop-up would show you the clip that you're running behind it, so you know where the text will be overlaid. Okay, so I'm gonna I have done this before. I made titles for my last trailer, so I'm not a massive noob, but I just want to go a bit further, you know, and make them a bit more fancy. So than what I do know. So let's just get up some basic first. So yeah, I wish I could show you guys the pop-up, but it didn't show up as a window capture. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I just don't have the time to mess around, because then we'll spend all stream doing that, and that's no fun. Right, I've got to just pick a font. Yeah, just be prepared for me to just be like working my way around this thing, guys, because the stream has kind of gone in a different direction today with something I didn't think I was going to do on stream. So it's just how it's got to be, because our other thing we was going to do didn't pan out. So yeah, might be a little bit slow. I'm gonna use the font. I'm trying to figure out what font to use at the moment, and I'd like to use the one, be consistent and use the ones that we use on the website. So is this okay? So it's there. I've got the title. Let me get it in. Okay, so that is like all we got. It's just a still, and I was just thinking it'd be nice if it was a little bit more fancy than just being that for those sort of titles, but it's just experimenting, I guess, because there's still roll and crawl. Those are what I'm seeing, and I'm assuming roll and crawl are the animated ones. Yeah, I'm just seeing the difference between the two. So that's a still. That's a crawl, but it looks messy to me. I don't like how that is. I'm assuming you need to tweak it and things to get it how you want. Take your time. It's a learning experience. No rush on chat's part. Yeah. We'll get there, guys. What I want to find is an example trailer of what I really liked. And I wish I could remember the game it was now, because it did something really cool with its tiles. I'd like to sort of do something similar, but I can't remember the game. I think what it did, I'm trying to remember visually in my head how it looked, and it had a title like that with a background. It wasn't just black, and the text was in the middle just like that, but it was a sort of zoom. It zoomed, like it was like a zoom animation. So I'm wondering if that was a crawl or a roll. Probably not, because it was more of a zoom than a crawl and roll. Whether they did it another way. Yeah, because this, like, my knowledge when it comes to titles is just that, just a still one. But Van did give me a link, so I can have a look at that. Though I hope it will work with the version that I've got, though. So I'm gonna have a look. Because this says Premiere Pro, but it doesn't say what version, so I'm assuming it's generic. Hopefully it is. You're getting those raindrops, sort of, GG. Oh, yeah, we should look at transitions, I guess. Let's have a little look at how they'd work. So, effects and video transitions, I assume, are what we need to look at. Okay, so that's, I put across dissolve there, and that just does a normal dissolve. Like a sort of fade in, fade out. which is a lot nicer than it just appearing. So that's a little bit of an improvement. We'll get there, guys. We'll get some fancy tiles by the end of stream. I think if we can get them in, all of them, like get the framework of our trailer there, and they're happy with the tiles. Look, then we're at 50% done then. So that'll be cool. Because I got a bit worried at first. I was like, oh no, if we're getting frame drops when recording the videos, that's not good, because then we might not get the trailer done. But if we can do this now, then that's gonna help a bunch. Raindrip slowly dripping into my bucket. Gotta get all those raindrops. You'll be a Leviathan in the end, sorta. You'll be a tsunami and then a Leviathan. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna look at what else we've got. Do these work on this? I'm curious. Oh, they do. Yeah, let's just find a nice transition that we like. I don't know whether the one I used was the one I like, but we'll see what there is. Does anybody here have a particular favourite transition that they're drawn to, or they think might look good? No, not that one. I mean, there's a zoom one. I mean, I said I liked the zoom one that was on the trailer that I can't remember the game for. But it's all, I like zooms. I mean, that's the opposite way, I think, than I wanted. But zooms are very, like, attention grabbing, aren't they? Stuff like that. It's like, whoa, look at that text. Usually like fades if we're trying to keep things simple. Yeah. And I'm the opposite. I'm like, give me something that grabs attention, like that. The cross dissolves did look nice though. I guess it depends of the tone of the trailer. If it's more of a moody kind of game or a moody tone, then I think the dissolves fit that more. I'm trying to think of Raindrop Chronicles' personality. We're quirky, aren't we? We've got a bunch of quirky characters, and it's very, I'd say it's a lively game and project. So something maybe more a bit in your face, maybe. Or you do it, yeah, maybe the zoom we fade up might be a good touch, we'll see. I'm going to just have a look at what the zooms we've got. So we've got that one. We had the cross zoom, which was the zoom the other way. But feel free to say your favourite, chat. You guys are having the say now in how the trailer goes. I mean, that one isn't too bad. It might actually be better than the other zoom, actually. But we might add a fade to it, we'll see. I don't like that one. It's a bit weird. I do like simple, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want the tiles to be like, whoa, what's going on here? But also still quite dynamic as well at the same time. The zoom trails was okay. I don't know. We've got that one. Can we add a fade to that? Is it gonna let us? Or is it only gonna let us have one or the other? Yeah, it seems to be replacing it. It's either saying have the cross zoom or the cross dissolve. And I wanted to see if it had both. I like both in different ways. I mean, there's something very elegant about the fade in one. But there's something very attention grabbing about that one. So I'm undecided. I think I should let chat decide which one's best. The cross zoom or the cross dissolve. I mean, we don't just have those two. We've got loads of other options as well. But some of them might be a bit weird. Let's have a look. Because I don't know if I want to go overly fancy and have like... I think I'm more either for the fade or the zoom. Out of the ones I've seen anyway. Okay, well, we'll get the other titles in first and we'll see how it looks. We'll do a bit of experimenting. I think it'd probably look cool if like the clip, as it starts dissolving, the clip appears in the background. I do like it dissolving like that as the transition when it finishes. But maybe the zoom for the start. We'll see. I still haven't made my mind up. And it's hard to judge completely what's best when you don't have the clips in with it. Also, community driven, isn't that meant to have a hyphen in the middle? I want to make sure it's right. I'm going to Google to check. Yeah, I'm Googling and community driven does have a hyphen in the middle. We'll keep it like that. Now, why aren't you letting me grab it? Oh, there you go. Oh, no, we'll keep it centered. We don't want that. But we can edit it in the actual tile thing, I've noticed. So we'll do it like that instead. And it lets, yeah. Actually, that's perfect. It lets us automatically vertically center or horizontally do it. So that's perfect. There we go. That's slap bang in the middle now. Kyla Zor, thank you for that follow. I like your name. Coming in with the best emote on Twitch as well. That cat with the cake. It's my favourite one. And I don't even have it. I've always wanted that emote though. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's good to meet you. Hope you're having a great Monday. Okay, so that's one text that we're getting in. So let's get the rest in. Let's get all the text in. I'm gonna copy. Yeah, I'm gonna just copy that one. It'll probably be easier then to edit. Also, these are way too long. I think we can shorten these. That's still a bit too long. What would you say, chat? Is the perfect number of seconds? That's probably a bit long. Enough to read it, I guess, is the answer to me. Long enough on the screen to read what's on there. So maybe that, maybe something like that's enough. Doing great, thanks for asking. How about yourself? Not too bad, Kyla. We're making a trailer today. It's going to be released tomorrow on our Twitter. And we haven't even properly started it yet, so this is going to be a busy night for me. But it's exciting. Less than 7 seconds, you don't want any title screen over there. Yeah, it would get very boring if it went on longer than that, especially if there was only a short line like that. So I think, this is actually 2 seconds, just over 2.5 seconds. And I think that feels about right. because a short and snappy trailer is kind of the goal here, about 1.5 minutes, no more than 2 minutes. So it will fall somewhere between 1 minute and 2 minutes, this trailer will. It can't be longer than 2 minutes because that Twitter won't let you upload for more than that. Ooh, hang on. Yeah, I want it to be the same size. There we go. So copy. There we go. Okay. Just trying to work out how to do that. There we go. That's the same size, so we can move up there. Now this is going to be the next line, which is this one. Now this one might need to be on the screen a bit longer actually, because it's a bit more text on this one. Ooh, we don't want capital letters. Oh no, we might have to write this out manually. Get involved. I mean, we might not need, I don't know if we need it to be that long. Let's look at the text again. So what we have, if we zoom in, we have a community-driven RPG. And the text is, at the moment, get involved, join Twitch streams to help shape the characters and story world. Is that a bit wordy? Can we shorten that, do you reckon? Because part of me thought get rid of that bit and just have it as help shape the characters and world. But then people will be like, but how? How do we get involved? And I guess the answer is, well, it's on the website. And I suppose I can put the website on the trailer at the end with the logo, because that's what a lot of trailers do. But yeah, I'm ultimately thinking that it might be a bit wordy to have a text title be this long for the second bit. 2.5 seconds, I think. Yeah, I think that is a good one for that one, I think. And I've heard a general rule of thumb for reading texts: if you can't read it twice, then it's too quick, from what I've heard anyway. Oh, good point, Kyla. And just an idea, but you could have a title screen on the black that's 2 second-ish, and then have a smaller font of text that overlays the footage. I'm trying to, have you got any, is there a trailer example that does that sexy, just so I can see a visual example? Because you know what I'm like with descriptions. I'm the worst. Get involved, shape the future along the top, you and your Twitch Earl on the bottom. Yeah, something short and snappy like that could be what we should do, because I am thinking here that it's too long. But ultimately, we want to mention that you can get involved during the streams and what it is that you can shape. So maybe getting rid of that. With, like Zexy says, putting the Twitch link below it. Because then it at least breaks it up. But it might be confusing, because the next thing I'm going to do is show the polls, you see. I'm going to show a few examples of the polls we've done, and they're actually Discord polls. So people might think, but okay, so this is on Twitch, but it's also on Discord. So I don't want to be confusing and be like, this is our Twitch, but this is Discord, and introduce too many things in one go. So I might actually not mention the Twitch here. I might just mention the Twitch at the end with the logo, or something. Hi National, how you doing? Yeah, I think if we're going to do it like that, then breaking it down is definitely what we should do. I guess my concern is if we mention Twitch here, and then in the next clips we see in Discord polls, it'd be confusing for people who are new and know nothing about this project, because yeah, Discord and Twitch are two separate things. I guess we might do them both here, but just a thought there, this game is kind of lower paced, tranquil vibe. Maybe the vid should mirror that. Interesting point, Kung, because I guess I was mentioning the mood earlier, and the transitions. I said that the gentle, subtle fade transition would look really good on a more moody game, or like you say, a tranquil game, and the zoom is more of an attention grabbing kind of thing. I kind of saw it as this was something more lively, because we're a community, and that kind of is lively vibes to me. But I do get your I get what you're saying too, because it definitely is that as well, for sure. Hi National, nice emote by the way, nice blanket. It's very cute. You should put the Twitch option somewhere at the beginning, because honestly a lot of people don't go all the way through videos. Yeah, they tend to only watch, the ones that have watched till the end are the ones that are interested enough to do that. So you got to kind of grab them first, haven't you? Which is ultimately why I wanted to mention it was community driven right at the start, because that's what makes it unique, rather than just show the game and not mention the community thing until after. So yeah, maybe saying that a Twitch community driven RPG, because that's what we have in our thing, that's ultimately our subtitle that we've got under the game logo. And we could even put the underneath, the link underneath that one, because it's a little bit of a shorter text line, and it'll probably be a bit overwhelming if we added it to that one. I love the faded effect you had. Yeah, I did as well, Kung. I guess I like the zoom because it's in your face, but it's good. The transition thing we'll probably get more of a feel of when we see what clips we've got and how they all are, if it's more fast paced or slower. But yeah, I could very well just have the fade out one and scrap the zoom if it feels a bit much. But I'm intrigued overall what chat think, whether they like are with the fade or the zoom. It's cool to have the feedback. Maybe you could do the other option with the Twitch link and put the Discord link there also. I'm sure that people could pause the video to get the links down. Yeah. One thing that is going to be on the trailer most of all is going to be the website though. And the website kind of has everything on there anyway. So it's like whether we just put that, and so that's why we created the website in the first place, really, I suppose, so we could have everything on there for people. That's the information hub, and all information is found on there rather than having a bazillion different links. I'm more minimal personally. I'm kind of very reluctant to fill the screen with a ton of information. I think that could scare people off. Just my opinion, that is. You could start out with a sleepy tan sort of vibe and then make the music heighten, because the game will get more dark, vibrant, energetic as it goes along. That's true as well, Van. I could imagine the trail, because it's just this part here, guys, this particular bit I'm highlighting here that shows the poles. It's gonna be very busy. It's gonna show one pole after another, and each clip to complement the pole that's related to it. And I can imagine that is gonna be quite fast paced to this particular section here. Whereas it's here, it might actually, I know, slow down. So it actually would start more busy and slow down after, I don't know. But it's just that bit, because I can imagine how that's going to be. Because there's 6 poles there that I've got listed. And we can always cut some out to make it a bit slower paced, but I think they're all really good poles that are diverse and show different things off. I'm also gonna unstrike through those temporarily, because so we can actually read them. There we go. The links would also be in the description for them to click through. I want to give as much options as possible, because people are too lazy to check descriptions these days, or could be watching on TV console, not have the option to go to descriptions. So them having in multiple places and not just description would work best. Yeah, guys, my personal opinion is honestly the website and the Twitch link as the next most important thing. As for things like the Discord, yes, the Discord is something we use, but the polls itself is just a small percentage of our project. We don't do them every stream. We do them when we have a new content. It's not the focus, but it is an exciting part of the project, which is why I want to show the polls off. But I'm a minimal person. I don't want to have links. I really don't want to have a bazillion links on the trailer. The website is enough, because that's why I made a website. So, yeah. Also, the Discord link is very ugly as well. Let's face it. It's very long and messy. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm no expert, guys, and I make mistakes. If I didn't make mistakes, I'd be, successful. But I'm just thinking of this being, if I was personally watching a trailer, I would probably get a bit, if there was too much information on in a few seconds, I'm not going to process it all. Definitely seen your Twitch channel flying around my recommended channels, but didn't really jump in because no idea what RPG Maker's about, so good to next year. One thing I do as well is try my best not to make it RPG Maker focused, because the stream ultimately isn't about RPG Maker. RPG Maker's just the tool that is used, which is why I have it in the title but right at the end. I don't want to put it at the start, because the focus of the project is that it's a community RPG, not that it's an RPG Maker game. So you don't have to know RPG Maker, because you don't have to, know how to use it, because I'm the solo developer anyway. It's ultimately about getting involved in building a world and geeking about characters and lore and creating and building and shaping all that, not RPG Maker. I actually don't mention it much. On the website itself, you have to really dig deep to find out it's made an RPG Maker. And I do that on purpose, because I actually purposely try my best not to make it the focus. But at the same time, people also want to know what engine I use, so I like to at least have it there somewhere. I get discouraged by too many links. Yeah, that I'm with you, Kung. I think that's how I'm feeling, because I'm just such a minimal person, and I like as little information taken, because my brain just gets confused. And it is like homework. I think that's a good, but it's preference. Like you say, it's a valid point that people can pause if they want, but a lot of people also won't pause as well. I know what it is and stuff, but don't use it. I'm a game maker, use myself. Yeah, but you don't have to know to use it, guys. Like most people in this stream, a lot of you don't use it either. Because you don't. Why would you need to use RPG Maker to hang out here? You don't have to at all. You guys don't do the work in that regard. I mean, the help's always nice. Like if anybody here has any RPG Maker guidance for me or tips, that's always very lovely and helpful, but it's not a requirement, because it's ultimately about making a story at a base level. And yeah, some people don't like that, but yeah, this community's not for them if they don't like writing stories. You have to be a geek to hang out here. You have to be a story RPG maker, not an RPG maker, a story RPG nerd. Yeah. Ultimately, that is all you need to be. Okay. Right, let's think. Yeah, so I personally think adding Twitch there to that bit could help. Just give a bit of context that it is Twitch. Because without that, it's like, well, a community where? It just gives a bit of context of what the community is. Might need to make the text a bit smaller though. And we'll try the fade. I'm going to switch to the fade for now. Because I think overall, from what you guys have said, that's what you like the most, the fade one. I've not heard anyone say that they like the zoom, so I'm more inclined to switch to what seems like the best and most well received. Okay, so font size, yeah, there we go. Yeah, it might be a bit big. I don't want it to be too close to the edges. You usually code on the streamer is coding, because if not, I usually get super distracted. Yeah, coding isn't something you're going to see here either. So when the stream is coded, it's we do it like 0.1% of the time. I try my best not to go in the scripts and do the actual coding myself from scratch, really. And I do dabble in it, because sometimes you have to get the vision you want. But I mainly work with conditional branches and the RPG Maker event editor and that kind of thing, rather than the JS code itself. Yes, Twitch should be there, and the homepage. The rest of the links, Discord, Twitter, you get from the homepage or Twitch. Yeah, which is, yeah, that's how I see it. Like the website's the hub, and everything else links off the website. You learn everything from the website. So I think it totally wouldn't be a bad thing to have the Twitch link here because we've got mentioned Twitch here, so it feels relevant. Let me get it up because I've just noticed it's not even up. I've still got the dock up. Here we go. Yeah, so, and also just so you know guys, it might not be a black background, the final trailer version, because I don't think black is in the game's branding. You know, there's no black on the website anywhere, so I'm more inclined to use our branding colours for the background for these. But for now, we just keep it getting all the text in first and keeping it simple. So let's get that crossfade in. You seem pretty chill and whatnot, so I don't mind, but most time I'll be lurking. Pretty chill. Yeah, we do have chilled streams here. I'm not an angry or loud person, that's for sure, which is good. Chill vibes are where it's at, for sure. It's what peeps like and appreciate about our streams. Hi Hinel, how you doing? And hi Sympathy as well. It's good to see you all. Hope you're having a good Monday. Picture game is a special hashtag, everybody. So if you want to know, Google it, because there's a website for it. And I believe the website is picturegame.com actually. Everything's on there. It's super cool. That's all I'll say, and you definitely need to, if you're a game dev yourself, you definitely want to know about this one. That's for sure. Right, so I'm looking under video transitions, dissolve. Okay, so I'm switching back to the basic dissolve now, and I do agree it's nice, but I think it looks nice because it's against a black background. Personally, I think if we change the colours, it might look weird. I don't know if it'd still look as elegant, but yeah, the colours it's not going to be black by the end. Just going to say. Hi Rex, how you doing? How you doing, Carlos Handsome? Did the trailer turn out okay? Nope. We don't have a trailer. We don't have a trailer, Rex. All we've got is one tile. So there isn't a trailer so far, but we've still got a day, well, half a day now. When is the deadline? As soon as I go to bed tonight's the deadline. So yeah, it's not, when this trailer's done, it might not be the most like flashy thing in the universe because the time is stopping that. But I'll try my best. And you know what I'm like, chat. I cannot really do work or get focused on stream. I'm extremely, the progress on stream is very, very slow. So I never intended to do a trailer on stream. It's not even, that would never happen. It's going to happen off stream, if anything. I was so excited to see it tomorrow though. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get one done, don't you worry guys. I won't be letting any of you down and being like, oh, no trailer, sorry everybody, it didn't get done, so that's it, we're not doing picture game now. I'm not gonna say that. There will be one. I'm not gonna let myself and you guys down, that's for sure. But a few hiccups have happened. We had the frame drops earlier, so we couldn't record clips. And there's been a lot of messing about, but like I said, when have I ever done work on stream? Let's get real, chat. When have I ever done work on stream? When was the last time I actually did some work on stream? Because we never do. We never do. Let's face it. But I'm excited as well. It'll be on Twitter and Discord, so keep your eyes peeled, everybody. Okay, so what we are doing now is we're getting the titles done, everybody. We can't get the clips in because of the FPS drops, so that'll have to be done when I haven't got slobs open. But what we can do is at least get the text in, and one big thing about making a trailer is the content, the text, making sure it's awesome and written amazingly, because that is ultimately how you convince people that the game's cool, right? The text in the trailer. I mean, some trailers don't have text, they just show the game, but I found personally with those trailers, I just turn it off and I don't have much interest because I don't even know what the game's about. I don't want to just see pretty pictures. I want to be convinced with text why it's good and why I should play it. Personally, some people want to play games with the pretty pictures, and that's fine. But I think the text is everything, more so than pictures. And last time it was 1642. Yeah, exactly. It's a fact at this point, guys, that the streams are for talking, they're for discussion and rambles. That is what our streams are about. That is 95% of what we do here every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So you're not going to see code, you're not going to see me saying nothing and just staring at the screen like that. You're not going to see me like this. That's not the sort of stream this is. We talk all the time here. So yeah. And I like that. I think it's fun. I think it's super fun. I enjoy doing the work off stream more. Okay, so let's get this next title in. So help shape this character's story and world, probably. I mean, the get involved is fine, but I like to be more specific about how and what it is you do, because people could think that means that they can like steal the project file and edit it themselves, which again has been a misunderstanding in the past. Some people think that this isn't a solo developer project, so we got to kind of make it clear that it's about, discussion. It's discussion that the reason why it's a community project. We nerd out together about ideas, and it's the ideas that shape the game. I like how that looks. Get involved, twitch.tv, Rose Ray Blood. Yeah, the get involved, I'm thinking of scrapping, guys. That's what I'm just talking about, so don't get your hopes up. Because I think the get involved isn't specific enough, and it can mislead and make people think a community project means that this is a studio, that Raindrop Chronicles is a studio project, an actual team of developers, which we're not. So I just kind of want to be a little bit specific about what it is we're getting involved with here. And I don't know, this might be too long in all honesty, I don't know. But we're going to just get it down first and see. I see it. Yeah, it's an unfortunate misunderstanding, and you guys might not notice that because you've been here from the start. You understand the vision of our project, don't you? But anybody who doesn't have a clue about what this is, that is a misunderstanding that they could develop when first looking at it for the first time. And yeah, I've had people come in the stream and think that's what it is here as well. And it's a challenge. It's a real challenge, guys, doing something so unique, because not everybody gets it or understands. Because I'm the only person on the whole of Twitch that does a project of this nature, and it can be confusing and not everybody latches on to it, but I love that. I'm not gonna lie, I really like doing something that's unique. And I'm fine if people don't understand, because ultimately I want people, the ones that do understand, to be the ones that are here, which is you guys. And it's not going to be a mass audience thing. It's going to be niche. It's going to be pretty niche. But there's people out there that get a lot of enjoyment out of this. We do. And that's what matters. Okay, so I've got that in now. I think that's a bit too close to the edge though, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. We can make edits to text at the end. We can always make them now if we feel it's we can do better. But yeah, this is, instead of get involved, I wanted to expand it by actually saying what it is you do. And it is that you help shape the character, story and world. I think that really that is the one line to sum it up best. Because it's very difficult to sum such a project and such a thing up in one sentence, but and do it without making people misunderstand. But you gotta try your best. I mean, in all honesty, I think the trailer that I released a couple of weeks ago does a good job of that. I was really proud of that trailer. And I think that kind of, and sorry about the weird shadow again in the background. When I do that, that happens. But I didn't want to do this picture game thing and just put that same trailer on the tweet, because that's old now. I want to put something new in there, something brand new to show off. And we've needed a gameplay trailer for some time as well. Being work looking, those that know you understand Rose and will help and support in any way we can. Yeah, I appreciate that, Asriel. I do. That looks good, that transition you have there. What, the fade transition? Yeah, everybody was fond of that one. Everybody's fond of that. And I just hope the transition will look as good on a different background as it does on the black one, because it's not going to be black, the final version. I mean, I love black's a fine colour, but it's just not in Raindrop Chronicles branding. It's nowhere on the website or in the game, so I'm probably going to change the colour to another one, either blue. Yeah, it'll probably be blue, in all honesty, because that is the colour though. It is mostly. I'll probably pick one of the colours out of the website. I mean, I'm inclined to change it to that blue now, just so that we can see how it looks. So let me go on the website, because we have, Kung says a dark blue and I'm in agreement. I think we should go for the dark blue that's on the website. The one that's on the colour of the banners, that same blue. So we go on paint. I don't have Photoshop open, so I have to get paint up. I'm scared that having Photoshop open will make my computer crash, because I've already got enough programs open. First time here. Hi Goddo, how are you doing? Yeah, thank you National. That is where you want to go, Goddo, our website. We don't have a playable build out yet though. It's on the agenda, it's on the cards. We are just getting started here on our project. Okay, so I've got the colour codes. But welcome to stream. Appreciate stopping by. Okay, so let's change his background. I'm very curious how it's going to look with the blue. I hope it looks just as nice. I hope it does. Okay. Background. I'm trying to work out how to change the colour. I think I've got it though. So the colour code is $1.848. No, that's not it. That's bogey green. Oh, I've done the wrong one. 946.94, that's it. It's not as beautiful, is it, when it's not black? In all honesty though, I'll probably have some pattern. Yeah, this is just plain at the moment, guys. In fact, to get rid of that blue, I'm going to add the colour and the prettiness at the end. I'm just going to get the text in for now. We'll get that frame working, because when you start messing about with the background, all the colours and the fanciness, that just, it distracts. It distracts, and then 2 hours have gone by. So we'll just keep it plain for now. Because I've got ideas in mind. Like, I love how I've done the banners. The text has a glow on it and a sort of I'd love it to look like that, how they look nice, but that's not something I can do fast because it was done in Photoshop with layer options and stuff, and I'm not sure how to do that in Premiere Pro, so I'd have to look into that and have a mess about, because I want everything to look similar and consistent. I don't want the trailer text and looking completely different from what we've got everywhere else. Hi Ellen, how are you doing? And Salient, thank you so much for those follows, guys. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? How are you doing, guys? Yeah, I'd like, let's try adding the Twitch link to this one, but a small text at the bottom. So all I care about for now is the text and the positioning, not the visual appearance. Because I'm one of these people that could spend forever trying to get something to look right. Why is it moving up? I've got no like roll or crawl on it. That's weird. Because I don't want it to do that. Roll, crawl options, yeah, still. Okay, I think that's fine. I think I've done it. Yeah, still. That's better. That's better. Yeah, that's an interesting idea for a trailer. I think that's a very story-driven trailer. Like a lore-driven trailer, I think one day would be a cool one to do. This trailer is like, how can I describe how this one is? Like, for what we got in mind, it's like a combination of community trailer / features for 1.0. And what's going to be in 1.0. So it's not really at all focused on the story at all, actually, the text I've got here. Because we're going to talk about the features like the custom hero, the romance options, the where you can treat NPCs and stuff. But I definitely think, because I mean, I'm with you. I think a story trailer at some point would be a cool thing to do. But it's just not for this one. Just wanted to put out there for fun. Yeah, it's worth me copy and pasting it, because one day that will be something that we might do. Because I can see us having a range of trailers over time. It's just not, we're not going to get them all out at once, obviously, but eventually there will be. I like the end bit, sweet talking cat. We are going to have that in this trailer, though. We're going to have a flirty clip. Constantly evolving. So I do like that wording, evolving. And, you know, help shape the evolving story is like something that could be in it as well. Because in all honesty, I mean, what do you guys think now? Because that has like made me think now. I mean, we do shape the characters in World 2, but they're part of this story, really. It's all together. And it's a little bit shorter, so I'm inclined to go for that one. We could make the text a bit bigger now we've done that. I think the less words in these titles, the less words there is, the better. Because they're only going to be on the screen for a couple of seconds at a time. We don't want the trailer to go on for too long. So that's why I made that little change. Thank you, Raidu. You saying the world evolving made me be like, yeah. Because that's what it is. That's what you guys contribute towards the story. Whether it be the story itself, like in what's happening in the dialogue cutscenes. That all involves the characters and the world that we're in anyway. What was it before evolving sounds? What did you think? I don't know, I think it like sums it up. Like, because it's ongoing. I think the story isn't going to be done anytime soon. It's going to constantly evolve. I can't think of a better word myself. Because we want to like give the idea. We want to let people know in as short a way as possible that this is a long ongoing thing. And anybody can join in at any time. And it is evolving. I mean, if there's any other words, feel free to say. But that sticks out as one. In fact, let's go on the website, because I'm pretty sure I've used that word somewhere on it. And I'm curious now. Yeah, I don't have it on the website anywhere, but somebody once said that word, because it sticks out to me. But what do the rest of you think? What do you think of evolving, guys? Because I'm personally thinking I like it, but when you hear that it sounds weird, then you think, well, no. But I just want to go with my gut, guys. But at the same time, if anybody's got ideas, I'm for hearing. Growing, help shape the growing story. I know. Ever changing. Is it ever changing though? I don't know. In my mind, I don't think any word is better than that, because other words could give another impression altogether. What idea do you need? Ray said evolving, and I liked it. I jumped on evolving for this description. That's what the community do. And I kind of liked it, but then someone didn't like it, so I'm like, we have like, the deadline is tonight, so we do have to finish this, guys. That's the thing. Who is that grey hair guy at the bottom of the screen? Is he now? Yeah, that's David. That's David guy. That's David Van. His profile's on the Law Bible, Van, if you want to look. But we haven't had new submissions in a while. David was one of the newer ones. But yeah, David was in the middle batch that we did, from what I remember, around the time we did Fantasias. So yeah, I think with things like this, like when it comes to wording stuff, you could like literally ruminate over and over again what's the best wording to have, and then, but the fact is this has to be done before I go to bed tonight, so we can't do that. We're gonna have to just make the best of this one, I'm afraid. The deadline's just creeped up on us. It's super fast. Yeah, we don't want to put the name of the game in, because like I said, the less words the better. And we know it's called Raindrop Chronicles anyway. It's about using as fewer words as possible here, so they don't have too much to take in 2 seconds. That's what it was before. Well, before it was help shape the character's story and world. But I liked the word evolving, so I got rid of characters and world and put evolving in instead. Because it was a little bit wordy, the other one was. But it wasn't too bad, it was acceptable, but I know. I'm thinking of our vision here, guys. This is a long-term project. It is evolving. That is what it is. That it is going to evolve throughout. So I'm just trying to think of the way to sum it up as clearly as possible here. And if there's a better word than evolving, then yeah, I'd like to hear it. But the other suggestions we've had, I mean, they're okay, growing and ever-changing, but I don't think it makes as much sense to me. I would help to keep people from thinking that they can come in and write the whole bloody thing. Yeah. Yeah, I think us needs to be put in then, because this is a community. But don't worry, Dave, I can put the boundaries in place. If anyone gets like that, then I'm just like, hey, this is a community. But at the same time, we just want to sum it up as best as possible, you know. That's what this trailer is, no misunderstandings. And it's a task. It's a real task. Because so many people don't get this project because it's so niche and unique. We've had people think it's a studio. We've had people think that I'm a coder. So yeah, it's about just getting to the heart of what it is, in all honesty, so that people at least get it. What about changing the to an an? Help us shape an evolving story. Yeah, what do you reckon? Would an flow better than the expanding story? Yeah, I mean, I personally like evolving. Let's not misunderstand. I've just had feedback from the community that they don't like evolving. So I just want honesty here. Is evolving a terrible word? That's all. Is it a bad word to use? Does it suck? If so, we can change it. If not, then we'll keep it and change it to another word. Shape the characters and create the world. Yeah, and I guess it's because we've got the Twitch bit here that I wouldn't want to put it here again. Shape an adventure of a lifetime. That's enthusiastic. It is pretty busy. I kind of like that. Yeah, I'm honestly at this moment just, I don't know. I just don't know now. Because we've had some, this is hard, guys. It's hard they're doing this is. And it's, yeah, it's not easy knowing that it's tomorrow. That's all. Because I'm not good at deadlines in general. So part of me's like, should we just forget this month and just do it next month, the picture game thing, which I don't want to have to do because I wanted to do it. But it's very difficult to do it when we've got so many conflicting ideas, because we'll just not get it done. Because as soon as this stream ends today, I'm not back at my desk for another 3 hours. And then I've got to get a trailer done before bed. Put up a poll and let's make something concrete. Okay, so what are we going to have in the poll? I think if we put a Twitch poll up, they're quick, aren't they? So, yeah, let's do that. I think that's what we're struggling with. We just don't know what sentence to have. I mean, this is just one screen of about 10, guys. If we have this much trouble with one sentence, what about the rest of the trailer? I mean, I'm gonna just do that myself, but you can try and perfect something over and over again, and in the end it doesn't really matter, and it doesn't really make much difference. And I'm trying to get out of being a perfectionist to that extent, but just for this one occasion we'll just do a poll, because I'm gonna just not know what to put at this point. So let's go manage poll. Oh, it never it has to finish when there's a deadline, which is the worst. Deadlines are the worst, I just say, because that is why I don't have them on this project. I'm always like, that's why I'm saying late 2020 for the first probably, because I am no way giving a day, because it stressed me out. So it's so much better to not have that, because it just takes the weight off your shoulders. And this is the first time, this picture gathering is the first time we've actually been so rigid. And I don't know, I guess I just wanted to try something new. And who knows if it's even going to help, but it's an experience. It's something fun and new to do. Okay, so what wording? I mean, I have brain melt right now, so I can't even think how to do this poll. What is the best sentence? What is best sentence? Okay, so we've got help shape the and I do agree. I forgot who said the us made it better, but I do agree as well, because then it stops people getting entitled. Just adding that us makes it feel like, you know, this is a community thing here. It's not you suddenly being, you know. So it helps shape the role. Oh, what the freak, Twitch. Okay, so did you guys know that Twitch polls have a limited character of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It has a limited character limit of 25 characters. I can't even fit the damn sentence in the poll. Twitch polls, you suck. Okay, so we're gonna have to just do straw poll, but this is going to be a very quick poll, though, because it's at the end of stream. And tell us what. Nothing, it wouldn't even fit in. Honestly, I can barely fit a couple of words in. We wouldn't get anything in it. No one would understand. So, Twitch poll, like, what possessed them? I'm sorry, Twitch, but your poll tool is the worst poll that's ever existed. So now we're using straw poll, because straw poll is just better. So here we go. What sentence is best? Okay, now is your chance, chat, to get your ideas in, and be quick, because look at the time. We're down along, so this will be a very short poll. And I'm going to put in vans, because that is one I see in chat. Literally in another 60 seconds these will be the poll will be created, so here we go. Might have to be 1 is this sentence and 2 is that sentence. Yeah, I don't know. This is the way the only way, I don't know, I don't understand. Okay, so, right, if there's no more, like if you got one, now's your chance. Otherwise, it's just going to be one of these 3, okay, guys? I mean, I still don't know. Hang on. Actually, there's another one. Someone said Anne, so I've put one with Anne and one with the... I would put us in that one, but it won't fit because it's already too long. There was another idea as well. I'm going to get that in as well. I've just remembered. Zexy, I think it was Zex's. I'm keeping all the similar ones together. I'm just remembering now, they've come to me. All the other words. The words I wasn't so sure about, but you guys might actually prefer. Who knows? I wasn't sure about growing. I think that can have many connotations to it, to be honest. And I want to kind of pick the word that best sums it up. I mean, grow, it's not too bad, is it, really? I might be just being a bit skeptic, but we'll see what wins. We'll see which one wins, won't we? So let's create the poll. Okay, it's going to go up in chat. Right, guys, so what we're going to do, this is only going to be open for a few minutes, so because stream will be finishing. We've had a bit of a problem here where we cannot decide on the best wording for just this one little bit of the trailer, which is very silly in my opinion. We don't need to overthink this much, but also this is an important trailer, so we want to get at least something good in it. We want it to be a good sentence. So I'm kind of mixed feelings about it, guys. Part of me is like, yeah, let's make sure we have the best wording so that we can make the trailer impressive and make sense. But then the other part of me is like, holy crap, Rose, you cannot get like this about every single sentence because you're just never gonna get anywhere. So, but let's see what wins. We need more votes. I'm gonna spam again. Spam the chat. Because we got a tie. And I've not even voted myself. So if it is a tie, that means I get the final vote. Okay. Also, don't get biased, everybody. Literally just vote for the one you like. Just because one's winning, don't feel you should vote for that one. Because just vote for the one you in your heart think is the best one. After all, it's your vision, yeah. But it is, but at the same time, I can be biased too. And I could be liking a flawed sentence for all I know, because I'm only one set of eyes and only one person, and sometimes I'm going to be wrong and mine isn't going to necessarily be the best, because I can get biased, I can get attached to certain ones and then not see the flaws in them. So it's not a bad thing for me to consider other points of view. I'm not going to be that arrogant, but yes, I think we've got a winner. People like to help shape the story characters and what. Do we think we should put us in there? Help us shape the story characters and what? Because the reason I didn't put us in it was because it was already long enough as it is. And I don't, it is the longest one, but it's not too long. Even with the us added, it's acceptable enough for a 2-second title screen. Don't think it's needed, yeah. Okay, guys, so I think that one's one. I don't think there's going to be any that catch up now. So that was actually what we was going to have originally, funnily enough. But then I got really like, oh, I like evolving. And then I switched to that. But really, that was the best one, was what we had all along, right? But yeah, I see that that's got game votes, but I don't think it's going to catch up. I'd only consider that one if it tied with that one. And we do have to close up soon. We have to finish soon. So honestly, now is your last chance to get voting, guys. I ultimately got attached to evolving because it was a word that I felt summed up our project, and the fact it's long. It's not going to be stopping. It's episodic, and it's something that's constantly long-term and ongoing. I think that was ultimately why I was keen to go for that, but there was feedback in chat that they didn't like the word, so I have to listen to that, I guess, because I don't want to be the sort of person that's going to be dismissive of you guys. This is a community project, but I don't want this to happen again. I don't want it to get too like wrapped up in one sentence and be talking about one sentence for an hour, because it's a bit insane. But because this is a trailer and it's an important pitch, I'll forgive it for this one occasion. But yeah, I'd like to not be too that like that, because it can just get a bit much, in my opinion. Okay, so yeah, I think we're done now, guys. But thanks for your votes. We are going to go for the one that's won, which is the second one. So we've got it now. I'm going to pass this on to somebody who's online. I think that'd be cool. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Bit of a bumpy stream. Things didn't go as planned with what we wanted to do in regards to the trailer, and yes, there's a lot of work for me to do tonight. So yeah, I'm a bit like, oh god, all night for me. But I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give in and be like, I'm not gonna bother, because once I've got my mind set on something, I'm gonna do it. So thanks for the stream. You're welcome, Van, and thanks for hanging out, Steno Kung National. I'll be back again on Wednesday, and the whole pitch game thing is out the way. The pitch the game thing is something that's an ongoing thing every single month, by the way, and I'm not going to get into the habit of doing it every month, because we have a game to make, guys. Unless I just treat it like a screenshot Saturday the other months, then it's okay, not as bad then. But I'm definitely going to not be making a special trailer for this every single month, because that would be crazy. Okay, so I'm seeing who's online, everybody. Have a good one, Rosine. A couple of days. Yeah, thank you. Keep an eye on the Twitter, guys. Would super appreciate any likes, retweets, comments on it, because as you can see, this has been one that's been very, it's going to be hard work for me tonight. I'm having an all-nighter. So yeah, I would super appreciate the support with this one. Okay, right, who's online for us? Good luck tonight. Thank you. And who knows, maybe I'll get it done quicker than I think. It might not be all that bad. But it's like we've done so little on stream that it makes me a little bit nervous. But we'll see. I'll try my best. Don't expect the most beautiful trailer in the world. But just expect a decent effort. A few hours effort. As long as we show off the game and what we've done, that's the main thing. Okay, so we'll go to Gretch today. So what do you have left to do? All of it. All of it's left to do. Because we've not done anything, have we? Like this is what Premiere Pro looks like right now. We've just got like one and a bit tile screens in. So yeah, I guess we'll see if I can do it tomorrow. You guys will have to see. Something to get excited about. Okay, so Gretch, let's raid Gretch. Have a trailer cut and need how many tiles? Only about 8 or so. So it's all good. We'll get there. Need any help? Let me know. No problem. We'll get there. Take care, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Have a great rest of your Monday.